on the things you can't hear and not bothering. Listening to all the things you can't hear. No matter what I do, together you should know. No matter what I do, together. No matter what I do, together you should know. No matter what I do, together. Every song, wherever you ever, every song, and you will always answer. Every song, wherever you ever, every song, find me. When I'm with you, I'm with you. When I'm with you, I'm with you. Remember, forever and ever, all alone on the moon, and you will always answer. Forever and ever, all alone on the moon. I wanna stay like this, no matter what I do. Together, you should know. No matter what I do, together. No matter what I do, together, you should know. No matter what I do, together. Every song, wherever you ever, every song, and you will always answer. Every song, wherever you ever, every song, find me. No matter what I do, together you should know. No matter what I do, together. No matter what I do, together you should know. No matter what I do, together. Are you anywhere? Friends don't play. I woke up in my head this Friday. I woke up yet there's no. I woke up in my head this Friday. I woke up yet there's no. The Demogorgon's not born. I know what I'm good. The Demogorgon's not born. But are you new? The Demogorgon's not born. You know what I'm good. I don't know what you once were. Just 'cause someone's from the Death Star doesn't make them just ignore. Someone's from the Death Star. Hey, just 'cause someone's from the Death Star doesn't make them just
All right.
ignore. Someone's from the
3,
Death Star.
2, 1.
Call me back like
Oh, wrong one.
find him.
Oh gosh, wrong one. There we go. Hello, everybody.
Off to a good start.
We're all having an off day already. What the fuck?
Welcome to Under the Tea. I totally used the right screen in the beginning, everybody. I totally didn't spoil everything. Hello,
Ignore
everybody.
that porn.
Yes, ignore the. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. We're about 24 hours late, but blame me and blame God, because the weather kind of ruined it. How are you two doing today?
I made a PowerPoint.
You did. You made a pretty good looking PowerPoint. Chat. I don't think you realize, we have done now, like, whenever we do these persons kind of streams, when we prep on people, we kind of gather things together. Lumia is really good at archiving. Like she is like good at sniping all that shit up. If she sees something that's worth getting, she's really good at like using a Wayback Machine. Mizu is really good at putting together a PowerPoint, and I'm very good at screaming. I'm good at helping with other stuff too, but like, these two deserve most of the credit tonight. So that'll be.
I watched a lot of videos.
Yes, I watched a lot of stuff too, and I kind of like helped link stuff and throw stuff together. I also made the thumbnail, so I hope you guys enjoyed the thumbnail. Blank. How are you doing this week, Lemmy?
Well, right now I'm having extreme short-term memory loss. I'm still trying to wonder where did I throw our stream link into what server. I'm praying it's not in one of the quote-unquote wrong servers. Oh well. Anyways, at work today. What else? The urge to have many hot takes and airing them out live on stream. No, the slurs are for work.
The slurs are for work. See, as
the
aware...
slurs are for work because I'm allowed to say them.
Yes. See, chat. If you don't know, regular blue-collar America, we are real people. Like, we're nice, but like when you work in a warehouse or you work delivering or you just work like making sure that everybody else who like consumes goods, when you don't see the real raw humans, and me and Lumi are real raw humans. So I don't know what job you do, but I would assume that if you worked in a warehouse, you would be exactly the same way. So
I did work in a warehouse for a while.
There we go. So Mizu is a raw human as well.
It's funny when we had to do our yearly what was it called?
Our look back stream?
No, for my job when we had to do like our yearly compliance training or whatever.
Yeah, Akko, not everything's about you.
Fair enough.
They updated it for current day, and when one of my managers was like, "Hey, how'd you do on that stupid test?" I'm like, "Well, I got everything right." He was just like, "Hey, what did you say about the F word, dude?"
The F word? The bundle of 6 F word?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "How'd you answer to the F word?" And I'm like, I have to answer it correctly. I don't want to get written off.
See chat, there is a correct answer, and then there is a corporately correct answer when it comes to answering questions like that. We know both answers. Do you?
Oh, it's hilarious because, okay, a lot of these dudes that I work with, which is like, I work with 95% dudes at the warehouse that I work at. And Jesus fucking Christ, if Twitter had a look into where I work, they would try to get the entire place shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's... Oh, go ahead.
We have a nice healthy mix of Mexicans, fucking, I will just say POC people.
Fair
and
enough.
Just I am one of the only paler people there.
Flumi is the only person at work that does not have the pass.
Even though you technically are part of the group. You're just like you're an in disguise.
I'm half Mexican.
There we go.
So I can say some thurs, and people at work try to say, "Hey, nah, you're chill." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, man. Nah, I'm good, man."
Oh goodness. Very diverse, yes. Lumi is part of a very diverse crowd. Because then the funny thing is like people talk about how there's racism all over the world. I don't think that's the case. I think that there's a lot of real Americans with real problems, and they don't have time to focus on that. And
We don't have enough money to be racist.
Exactly.
Nope.
Racism is a rich person thing, okay? And we are not rich enough to think about
I
it.
would definitely say like acting on your racism is a rich person thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can get two people that like you can get a black supremacist and a white supremacist in a room together, and if they're both like dirt poor, they're gonna get along and just be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're too poor to actually act on any of their racist thoughts.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Like,
It's when you're rich that it becomes a problem.
because then you can actually do something about it, and there's less, I don't know, pushback for it. I don't know. What I'm trying to say, chat. What I'm trying to say is, we're
You can
letting
afford to get in
everybody-
trouble when you're rich.
Yeah,
That's,
pretty
that's
much.
what it is.
Pretty much, yeah. What did I walk into?
just
Well,
said
this
it.
is the pre-stream. We're letting everybody file in here. 'Cause,
This
you
is the
know,
racism preamble.
Yes, pretty much. We're talking about why us poor Americans can't be racist because we're too poor to be racist.
Literally can't afford to be racist.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Do you know how expensive a pass is, guys?
You need to know somebody. Oh goodness. So your weeks are going good then?
Yeah.
So, we can talk about
Yeah.
random, like, whatchamacallit things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw the Pippa Pipkins is going to get back into the World of Warships.
Oh really?
Because they are, bringing back all the Azure Lane characters.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, nice. Hey, Lumi, do you want the Latinx pass? Please call me any slur except for Latinx. That one I will actually be upset with.
We'll shank somebody.
I would say
I
that
would.
I would say that Latinx is for Latino people like worse than some other slurs because it's like calling somebody a very alien term that just makes no sense to them. I don't know. I don't want to race explain here, but
Azure Lane, ship a Pipkin? Yes.
that would be cool.
Well, Pippa Pipkin, one of her models is an Azure Lane based model.
Yeah, isn't the
Oh
ship
yeah, I
one?
remember that model.
Her black-haired one is. It has
Yeah.
a shipping rig that goes with it.
Because she likes it that much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obsessed with it.
Listen, I think it's totally fine. Autistic people have a couple different things. They have trains, they have cars, they have boats. All right? You go through one of those three lanes, and I think it's totally fine.
I got boats and trains
Boats and trains.
and tanks.
I just like I just like trains. Trains are pretty cool.
I like any big metal technology thingy.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
cool.
that's just me.
Before we get into the big topic tonight, because I expect that this will take the entire stream to talk about. I wanted to talk about and when I say these are tiny things, chat, I don't mean that to demean the severity because I do feel like some of the things
I do.
when I say they're tiny, I say that unfortunately because of the nature of tonight's topic, we didn't have enough time to really look into some of the other things that we're going to talk about. The first one being Kirsch getting banned from Offkai. And I would have loved to have I would have loved to do more research into this, or maybe even try and get a statement from her about it.
Well, to be fair, there's not much to research with that one.
No,
Like, we
Yeah,
can cover
and
that start to
also-
finish. They're volunteers that work for Offkai that don't like her, and they got her blacklisted based on just that.
mm-hmm.
It's not like
Yeah.
huge complicated issue. It's literally just a bunch of assholes don't like her and managed to get her banned from an event just by
Right.
existing there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
and Proctor covered it really well. Legal Mindset and Gator covered it pretty well.
Mhm.
I know Legal Mindset talked about like how the convention scene works from when he used to volunteer for conventions and all that. And Kirsha also mentioned in a stream today that, yeah, she is pretty darn certain that she was blacklisted because of some panels that are going on at Offkai that were just recently announced that are very DEI heavy.
Uh-huh.
Such as how to be your true authentic self as a VTuber. And a couple of like what was the headline of one of them? It said like black don't crack or whatever.
No comment.
And there's a couple of other ones, but my guess that I agree with Gator with is it was probably a couple of volunteers, and I will take a guess that allegedly some talents were saying we don't want her here.
Mm-hmm. Based off of some of the talents I see going, I could make guesses, but we don't throw out baseless allegations without any proof. But I do know.
It was Crembo.
Is Crimbo actually going?
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't think he's big.
I could
I slander
look.
Crembo all day. Fuck
Listen,
that guy.
well, we were gonna talk about him briefly here after this, but like, I don't feel like he's got the pull or the clout or like the consistent viewers to even go to Offkai. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, I do
Yeah.
have the Offkai schedule actually. Let me see if I
yeah?
can find it again. You guys can keep talking while I look for it.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I don't know.
I'm
but
just cleaning my porn folder right now.
you gotta keep it clean. Don't pull a vouch, chat. If you're gonna use your computer, make sure you clean up the porn folder and hide it.
I've let it get a little messy lately.
Azahara did make a clip on the whole thing, and I did watch it, and I thought that was pretty good. So, yeah, Azahara's pretty good at doing the clipping stuff. He is in chat. Yes, I do see him in chat.
Hi, Asahara. How are you doing?
What's up, homie?
But yeah, I think the whole thing is kind of sad, because it does show that these people still. I don't know if it's like these people still have a quote unquote hold on things, because it's very obvious that things like DEI or Bridge are like not only getting noticed but not acceptable anymore, and people are pushing back against it. But I do think that we are still in the mid to end stage of pushing this stuff away and returning to what would be considered normal behavior from people.
Okay.
It occurs to
because
me it's probably dangerous to sort these folders on stream.
I do not know if this is publicly accessible, but I'll put it in shooting the shit for you guys to look at.
Oh, you're
But
sharing secret information?
So you know how people
So
are
we
like,
should not
oh,
say this publicly.
some of them have been announced. Well, the majority of them have been announced.
Where did you get
But
this?
I mean, if you pay attention to some stuff, you'd actually see it. But anyways,
Post
you
it.
know how the convention and people say that it's so hard to get like, a booth or a panel at Offkai
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, some people have multiple panels.
I heard about that, yeah.
Really?
I think this is on the website, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, some people have multiple panels.
Oh, they got Henya.
Off choir. They have a fucking choir.
What the fuck?
They have fucking aura there.
Yeah. which I will talk to you guys this about off stream, but I did hear some stuff about some things.
Yeah. Wow. Now,
Interesting.
okay. Here's Akko's hot take time. When I first saw her get blacklisted, my immediate first thought was when I thought of Creator Clash 2. Brief recap for people: Creator Clash 2. One of the people that was supposed to fight for a charity was banned from the event because he decided to work with a guy that
He worked with Sam Hyde.
He worked with Sam Hyde, and iDubbbz doesn't like Sam Hyde. And because of this, they had such a horrible PR disaster. And they recently, iDubbbz and his wife came out recently and said that the event was pirated over 3 million times. Now, I don't know how you can get accurate stats for this, but they apparently had said that the event was pirated over 3 million times, and they only sold like 50,000 pay-per-views. And so this was for charity, and they were supposed to like donate everything to charity. They had galas, like apparently they had a gala or two that was paid for with the charity money, which I think is kind of crazy. But anyway, going back to the whole Kirsch thing, my crazy like hope is that Kirsch getting banned actually hurts the convention in some small way that I think that they'll have to take notice of. Maybe it won't be, but I think that them doing this shows that there is issues with the convention. Like if the volunteers can decide who does and who doesn't get to come, the convention is compromised and people shouldn't trust it, period. So
I mean, at this point,
just saying,
at this point, Offkai has already set on what kind of audience they are courting.
Yes.
And depending on if agencies and companies want to say, okay, yeah, this is fine, then, you know, they'll go to Offkai again. If they want to take the non-political route of things, they will probably pull out of the convention. But I can probably already guarantee one agency that it probably will not cut ties with Offkai, even if they go like so far to the left, it'll make Bernie Sanders blush. And that'll be VShojo.
Oh, probably, yeah. VShojo doesn't care about anything. At all. But that's not a surprise. I don't think anybody here is really necessarily
they
surprised
almost
about
banned
that.
Pippa. Oh, they would have banned Pippa if Fishman didn't say it's all of us are going or none of us are.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that Kirsha said that she initially misspoke about that because she got Offkai mixed up with another convention, and it was the dude running the convention that admitted that they tried to ban Pippa.
Oh, so that wasn't even Offkai.
Well, Offkai, they confirmed that they tried doing that last year.
Interesting.
But she got Offkai mixed up by a different.
Lumi's saying Kirsch mixed up Offkai with somebody else, but then Offkai came in anyways to say, "Oh yeah, no, we did it too."
Isn't that
because
funny?
that was a smart idea.
That's funny.
Yep. It's hilarious.
It also reminds me of the Vic Mignogna stuff when they were trying to blacklist him from everything, and a convention like re-invited him after they uninvited him, and it's just I don't know, like if this is how this convention is going to act, they're definitely not getting any of my attention in the future. Even if I do get really big, like they're not getting my attention. I don't think they deserve it. So
Yeah, no, Offkai's had a lot of controversy over the last couple years, so it's always confused me why everybody's like still so obsessed with them. I'm like, this convention is like a shit show every year. They have not had one good year.
No.
The only reason why I was even involved with Offkai last year is because VStream had me do a time slot for their booth.
That's right. You were there.
It was fun. It was
Forgot
fun.
about that.
I got to meet some cool people. I even got to meet a few friends that are now graduated, which I miss them.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you come back soon. Yeah.
I like how Lumi's the one that gets invited to everything.
It's because she's friendly with people.
I'm the one that gets banned from everything.
And I'm too autistic, and they won't like my autistic takes. My one bad autistic take. My one bad autistic take is what makes people hate me.
What's your bad autistic take?
The non-binary thing.
Oh yeah, that.
I don't care though. I mean, like,
You will forever be controversial for that.
there's no way I can explain it better than like if you look at how my mind works, how else am I supposed to see it? Like, I'm not gonna re-explain it a bajillion other times, but like, bro, what are you wanting me to think? I grew up learning in binary ways. If you're telling me that that's wrong, well, you're talking to the wrong person, in my opinion. So, don't know what to tell you.
Lumia cinnamon roll? Man, I'm sorry you think that way. Continue to think that way.
Lumi's worse than both of us.
Yes, Lumi is way worse than both of us. She just knows how to manage it.
I know when I can speak and when I shouldn't speak.
Pretty much.
See, the problem is I do too, but the answer for me is just you're not ever supposed to speak.
Well, also because it's the trap tuber. That's the thing that sets people off. You're like, trap's a slur. And it's like, no, it ain't. Shut up.
Pretty much.
And soon it's gonna be Shota Tuber.
I can respect your take even if I disagree.
Oh my god, did you see the new Shota like group that
I did. Royan sent it to me.
They're hosting little auditions.
No, yeah.
It's good. I know, it's funny. And another fucking adorable Shota VTuber followed me. I'm like, oh, I love you so much. You're so cute.
Can I share a conspiracy theory about Offcut? Yeah, go ahead. Just don't like get yourself in trouble.
I know I don't express it much, but man, I love Shotas.
You're like Mori.
Soon.
You're like Mori. They're like, oh, do you like Lolly? And she's like, no, I like Shota.
Shotas are adorable. I love them so much.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah.
And soon I will join them. And by soon I mean probably a couple months. I don't know how long this person takes.
Well, they're making the changes now. Lumi loves Shota. It sounds like it.
I do love Shota. Lollies are neat too, but I like Shota the best. There's not enough of them, and that's why I hold CL and Eloise in such a firm grasp. Like these.
Lumi needs little boys she can corrupt.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, women are easy to corrupt.
Wow.
Lumi needs a challenge.
I do.
Oh my god.
Want to have a lolly model? Don't want to be barraged with hate. Hey, I have a lolly model. I don't get barraged with hate.
You do.
Yeah, but for some reason, like nobody seems to shit on you.
I mean, they did in private.
Which is
though.
amazing. Yeah, they do in private, and then I call them a bitch, because hey, at least if you're gonna talk shit about me, please DM me so at least I know, and then you can block me.
What the fuck?
Anyway, yeah, Kirsch got blacklisted. It's very sad, but by the same token, I think she's still winning because everybody's rallying around her, and I do think that her showing that will I don't want to say hurt the convention, but it will hurt the convention because there's going to be a lot of people that are like, you know what, I'm just not going to participate. And it's pretty obvious that voting with your money is successful now, which I think is good. I think voting with your money should be a good thing, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Offkai will change their mind when they realize that the telling half of the people that like anime that they don't want them is a bad idea. I don't know. Did you guys have any other thoughts about that?
No.
Okay.
No, that's it for now.
Okay, let's transition for a couple minutes to talk about Crimbo, the MSM situation. We're still trying to go through this. There is, I'm not going to spoil it now, chat, but there is in the future probably going to be some form of a Crimbo stream just based off of all of the stuff he's like spouting. He's like going off at the seams.
I don't think we should talk about this one because we literally do not have any information to talk about.
Yeah, let me watch some of these streams and stuff and see if I can have someone archive the paywalled one.
All I was going to say is we're looking into it. It looks kind of crazy. He's like,
oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the reef.
He's acting like a crazy person, and it's kind of par for the course for the guy that said, oh, people I don't like should be doxxed.
Yeah. No, let's leave that one alone because we literally have not read into it properly.
Oh, no.
That's a future stream, chat. We'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, just because Kirsha just showed up on my timeline, she said I was getting my brisket ready in the kitchen, and when her cat Cheeseball attacked and knocked the bowl of homemade barbecue off the counter.
No.
Now my feet are covered in barbecue sauce, and my brisket is sauceless.
No.
She can just use her desk ketchup. It'll be fine.
Not the sauce. Oh, a southern person's homemade barbecue sauce is the most important thing ever.
Fucking rip.
Tragic.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really all we were gonna talk about. As the pre-topics. So, chat. We have made a Mizume has made a timeline, and we are gonna go through TheGawd / Shizzy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand why he has so many different like usernames or just names to attach to himself, but we're gonna talk about this guy. He's very interesting. And is this the right one? There we go. We're gonna start talking about this.
Interesting is definitely a word you could use.
Yes. This guy has a lot of problems, and the story around this guy has evolved so much. Like, I want to say this was Friday or Saturday that this video came out from him. I don't exactly remember the day. But his video comes out
on the 14th.
On the 14th? Was it really the 14th?
Yep.
I want to say that video was... Wow. Is that the one that he edited?
It's only been 3 days, my dude.
Wow.
It's been 4.
Has it been...
He started on the 12th.
On the 12th?
Yep.
Well, I know he said that he was going to drop the video on the 12th, I think. Not on the 12th, on the 14th, because... Wayback says that it was, well, at least when I archived it, it was on the 14th. And it only had 2,000 something views when I archived it. He
posted the apologize for what tweet on the 12th. And the I'm sorry video on the 12th. So people had seen the stream
really?
at that point.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just stupid.
No,
you forgot. He deleted and re-uploaded the video.
Yeah, he did. So, Mizu, you created this, so I'm gonna let you kind of like take the reins of when to scroll and when we'll talk about what.
Okay. Do you already have it?
I have it pulled up. Yes.
Here, I'll pull it up on my side too.
Oh yeah, it is Friday. I uploaded it on fucking
Hey Ryan,
Monday.
Thank you for the raid. We are talking about drama.
Yes.
I hope you guys are ready to talk about absolutely insane, crazy people.
Yes, as I talked about in the thumbnail, actual xenophobia and prejudice. This will be quite. It is racism, but it's not the way you think it is. Or the way that this guy is
I will. It's like I will preface this on like, yeah, it's honestly it is true that there is some racism issues in the VTuber community, but it doesn't just go one way. It's going multiple ways, aka like, you know, one what the fuck is his name? Uki Violetta or whatever, and him and his hatred of white people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, general racism for like, you know, darker skinned people, which I completely understand because not a lot of artists work with you know, darker toned skin. And I'm not an artist. I can't be like, oh well, it's that easy, because I just pay for the art. I don't actually go through that process. But like I know, and it's like, okay, I know you got like not a lot of people like the Melanin Mafia, but at least they do provide links to artists and stuff that do, art for POC and all that. So like, people are just bitching about like, why doesn't this big artist do this? Why do I have to go to this artist? But yeah,
I think
which is dumb.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, which I'm just starting off with that, where it's like we're not gunning for dude.
No.
On like oh, it's just him. It's just a him problem. No, it's like
no, I will.
We're
it is just a him problem. He had an artist that was making him dedicated assets, and he was still complaining about artists not doing enough black work for him.
Yes, I was just saying I'm not saying this specific thing. I'm just saying overall.
Overall, I think he got everything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not with everybody else that he made some good points. He didn't make a single good point.
I agree.
Oh no, in the video he didn't make a single good point, like at all. He covered things that people have been talking about for years at this point.
Mm-hmm. I think that we'll definitely be evolving into talking about this more as time goes on, but Cryo brings up a good point. A lot of artists refuse to draw darker skin models because they don't want to get it quote-unquote wrong, which I think is kind of insane.
Oh yeah, he also didn't pay that POC artist.
That's right.
He did yesterday.
We'll get there, but he owed his artist $6,300.
Yeah, well, we'll walk towards
and he
that.
Ghosted them for about a year.
And was in a relationship with them and was verbally abused. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We're jumping way too far ahead.
That's later.
Yeah, let's start with the beginning.
But yeah, this was the video. And chat, the main problem with the video was the first minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because first off, in the first minute, he doxes Ame from Hololive because he just thought that was okay. And he does double down on that later, and he makes fun of people for being mad at it, because he's like, well, I found it on YouTube, so that means it's okay for me to share.
Should I switch to the next slide?
No.
Okay.
We're talking about the video itself.
Yeah. Just tell me when to switch.
And, well, now you got me off my groove.
Sorry.
Every other part of the video is stuff that everybody has talked about to death, and is just not relevant to talk about. Most of it has nothing to do with VTubers in general. His very first point is VTubers are hear a joke and they'll repeat it 100 times until it's not funny anymore. Yeah, that's what a meme is, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's everything. Everybody does that on the internet. I don't
know
why you said this is a VTuber thing.
There's actually science behind why memes get pummeled into the ground. And it has part to do with evolution.
Yeah.
Meme is actually an evolution term, if I remember correctly. But yeah.
We kind of mentioned it. One of his points was there's not enough artists drawing black assets, which that on its face is never a problem. An artist is not required to draw specific things for you. If the artist does not want to draw it, or does not feel skilled enough to draw it, they don't have to. There's literally zero other question you have to put in there. There's no asterisks, there's no extra points. It's the artist said no.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And I will say, if people are saying there's not because this is a conversation I've talked about with other friends. I will say that if you can't find artists to draw things for you, you are not looking hard enough. I have a dedicated private account that I use to find just artists to draw for me. If you sometimes when I release new things, I will look, and I will oftentimes spend a lot of time looking for artists that do good stuff. And if they can draw Akko's skin color, which is tanned, and they can do a decently good job at it, you're not looking hard enough, in my opinion. Because trust me, there's a lot of really good artists out there that you're not paying attention to, and a lot of them would like to draw for big V, especially if you're a POC VTuber that's decently sized, there's a lot of artists out there that I know that would gladly draw for you. Not just because it's good publicity for them, but it definitely would push their stuff out there more. So I don't think people, I think when people say, oh, there's not enough, I don't think you're looking hard enough. I just don't think you are.
They're looking for the name recognition.
And
They're also missing something else. You can color VTube assets very easily. You know what's easier to color? A white asset. You know what's harder to color? A black asset. You can make a white asset black. It is almost impossible to make a black asset white. They are doing it in the way that it actually can be shared among the most people. You are just refusing to take the 10 seconds in Photoshop to color it yourself.
or to do it, because like you could do it in VTube Studio and toggle it so easily. Like when I had the Clodsire toggle, which I still have, you can change the color of it very easy. Yeah, it takes the time to go to YouTube and say how to change the color of something in VTube Studio. Yeah, that takes time, but it exists, and it's I don't think there's anything wrong with just having something in one color when it can be easily changed. Some of these artists that release free assets, by the way, I should repeat myself, free assets, they even include instructions on how to do it. And if people are complaining that these assets don't exist, you're not looking hard enough. I don't know.
And the one of the other things he brought up was just VTubers being parasocial, which that's parasocial has to do with like all content creation. It just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That's not like a VTuber specific thing. Again. And that goes along with his other thing where he's like, well, VTubers like trauma dumping a lot. It's like, have you watched any YouTube creator in the last like 10 years at all? Just any of them at all? Just one at least.
Yeah.
Like freaking Mr. Beast trauma dumps on podcasts and shit.
Yeah.
PewDiePie's done it before. Markiplier does it constantly. Jacksepticeye does it. Like these are massive creators that are in the news all the time, and you're like, this is a VTuber specific problem. What are you talking about?
It's not.
Do you just not watch anything, bro?
It is.
This came
definitely
up
not.
with when I made like my joke the other day about Maury being better than most rappers. I would argue that a lot of the people that replied have like a weird parasocial relationship with some of their favorite celebrities that are just singers that literally don't talk to them at all and have never met them before, but people still have a weird parasocial relationship with them where they think the person is going to see them defending their honor and is going to care that they defended them on Twitter. But I mean, hey, that's just me. So what was my next slide? Now we can go to the next one. So these are the big issue was the Ame docs, which I mostly just included it with. This is my censor, by the way. I censored it. He did not do this.
No.
This was his preview video, which was like a minute long, and everybody was like, this didn't happen in it. As far as I know, he deleted the video and removed this part from it before he re-uploaded it. And the other slide here is a bunch of people were saying, well, a lot of you were calling out Shizzy for the doxing, but nobody is actually debunking anything he said. This community note was on his tweet before he deleted the tweet to hide it. Which a lot of the start of his video was, other than the Ame docs, was calling out VTubers for saying the N-word. First off, half the time they were saying nagai, which means bitter in Japanese. At one point, they were saying nyai ga, which was only one person, and it was because one of the girls had like a vocal tick where she would say nyai, and the person was making fun of her for saying it, which is why she said nyai ga. There was another one, which was a Chinese VTuber, who, make no mistake, was actually being racist.
I think that was the only example that was actually racist.
No, that's the funny part. So he clipped a Chinese VTuber who was actually being racist, but he clipped her saying "nai ga," which is a like Chinese form of being like huh or hum. She was thanking. She literally did not say the N-word. So the one time he found somebody being racist, he clipped the wrong thing and just clipped a normal Chinese word. So good job, bro.
And again, she was being racist. Like, I think she even said didn't she say like this is my slave or something?
Yes.
To her audience, which is bad. I think that's really bad. But like, is wrong context.
Yeah, it was very funny. And then everything else in there was Japanese girls repeating the N-word from Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, GTA
The
5.
famous Franklin line where he kind of like sings it to the guy.
Oh
And
gosh.
It's very common for them to like repeat it, like trying to copy his vocal inflection, which was again not racist. They just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the Chinese VTuber using yeah. You see, like the Chinese girl was playing into a kink that a lot of people don't like, and so
Yeah, she was doing like a blacked kink thing. It's weird.
Some Chinese
Okay.
VTubers are weird.
From what I heard, that kink is actually popular to a lot of people, but a lot of modern younger adults are like, nah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
I mean,
But yeah,
it's similar to fucking, what was it? Queen of Spades, I believe.
Yes, I think.
yeah,
I
but
don't know.
it's just funny that in his entire compilation, he caught exactly one person being racist, and he didn't even clip the part where she was being racist. So, good fucking job, bro.
Yeah.
Your research is stellar.
And that's something that like I wanted to conversate on a moment, because I said that he was being very blatantly xenophobic, and this is a problem I have with a lot of Western people, and it's making me more and more upset recently, where Western audiences, they see something that's popular or they enjoy anime, but they know nothing about the culture, because Japan has a very beautiful culture that has evolved over thousands of years, and nobody knows it. And so so you have people like Shizzy that looks at how some of these people talk. He knows nothing about their language, about what they say. He doesn't even, because like Japan is very secluded from the rest of the world in terms of like their culture. Like, if you say the N-word, they don't understand why it's a bad thing, because racism in that way. Now, just to be fair, there is some practices.
You're
that
getting too complicated. They don't speak English. That's an English slur.
Yeah.
That's all you
Yeah.
have to say. You're trying to get way too complicated.
I mean, fair enough.
They are Japanese. They do not speak English. The N-word is specifically a English slur that has never been used outside of the United States, maybe a little bit in Europe. Japanese people literally don't know what the word is.
No.
Stop trying to say they're racist when they repeat it, because they heard it in our media being said in a way that makes it sound like it's okay to just say.
Pretty much. But yeah,
Is that all you wanted to cover?
oh no,
though?
yeah, but it was just like I don't feel like he understands Japanese culture, and because of that, I feel like in a way that is more racist than how he perceives them, because he's not even learning the culture, and yet he's acting like this and accusing them of things that they are not doing, because they aren't being racist. It's their culture.
Yeah. Are you good to move to the next one?
Yeah.
Be careful about double clicking, because it'll autoplay the video if you're in slideshow mode.
Oh, don't worry.
So, Shizzy here decided to just like double down when he got called out for the doxing and stuff. So his first one was this apologize for what tweet, which I didn't include the video for that one, chat, because it's just his VTuber model like leaning in and looking. Which, not gonna spend too long on this. His model is ugly as sin.
Oh my.
I don't know who made it, because the actual artist girl showed like all the art she made for him, and it is not whatever this monstrosity is.
No, the model.
So I don't know where he got this thing.
The model that she was working on looked way more decent. Now, granted, this is 3D, and 3D can sometimes not translate very well with the 2D drawing. But I don't know what this is.
Yeah, no, he doesn't credit his model artists or anything, so
Yeah. He didn't credit any of the stuff she had already made for him, so there's genuinely just no telling like what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
The model itself looks like he's annoying. Yeah. Like nobody likes how this looks.
He looks like a cursed Cabbage Patch Kid. I'm sorry.
I literally cannot stand
He
that.
does.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and we were like, just why is it so ugly?
Yeah.
Is there a reason that people are attracted to like just this genuine ugliness? And there's like so many different ideas going on in this. Like you've got like the Medusa hair, you've got angel wings, you've got like the half and half angel devil thing going on. I genuinely don't know what the fuck you're trying to do here. You've got like the third eye, which is like a lot more Buddhist in nature. I just
Oh gosh.
why? It's so bad.
Lumi, do you remember that bad Harry Potter fan fiction? The one where the girl
wait,
is
hold
the
on,
goth one?
fucking
My Immortal?
Yes,
My
my immortal.
Yeah, I remember when that shit was still being live posted.
It's literally if somebody took her like if somebody wrote a story similar to My Immortal and then made it a VTuber model, I feel like this is what it would be.
No, it's not edgy enough to be My Immortal.
You don't think so? You think if we added a My Chemical Romance on his jacket, it would be edgy enough?
No, it would be if fucking what's his name?
I am dead already.
The fucking Machine Gun Kelly. Mix him in with My Immortal,
Yeah.
and there you go.
Has he actually done a face reveal? Yes, he was a flesh tuber before a VTuber.
Yeah.
This is literally his first VTubing foray.
Pretty much.
He has his face on his profile.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
He
is-
is very dumb.
He is
It
a
is
small-time
pinned
rapper.
to his thing.
So, would
is-
you guys like to watch this video?
Yes.
Sure.
This is his whole sorry video, by the way.
All right, tell me when.
3, 2, 1.
You know what? I've had some time to think about it. And I know some of
And
y'all
just
are
tell me if you wanna
genuinely hurt
pause.
by the way I
Okay.
talked about your favorite VTubers. Telling them that they're pieces of shit for their blatant racism and nasty behavior was unbecoming of me. Using audio and visual of someone throwing out the word nig and laughing about it in their past life as if they wake up and there's someone else now was wrong of me, especially because they didn't address it. It's just up on the internet for anyone to see. Why address it? There's someone new now. Why address and apologize for the bullshit of the past? That's not you anymore. I have no right to bring up how shitty someone was when they're a different doodle now. They have different outlines. Different outlines, different racism. Maybe chat was breathtaking that day, and George Floyd was the only logical comparison. I mean, God forbid I bring up all the groomers that are running around with y'all, or the fact that Mori Calipipi doesn't rap that good and that demon dice shit that she used to do sounds like it belongs at a VTuber clan convention.
Satan started screaming that the music wasn't good enough. Satan said I wasn't black male or hood enough.
You want to pause it?
Yeah.
I am going to laugh at this particular one because he tries to call this out. First off, this was a bad song in general. I do unironically love it, though. This is a song of her talking about people like you being racist.
Pretty much.
Saying that the rap scene does not like people who are not black, not male, and not from the hood, which is a proven thing.
You are proven.
Eminem has talked about this.
It's a proven point right here. This song was made for you, sir. You are the reason why she made this song. Well, not specifically you, but people like you who say this about her are the reason why this song exists. Oh.
Like, he even has the words on here. What you mean you aren't black, male, or hood enough? That's shit people say. They say that only black guys can be rappers. You hear it all the time.
And it's like to loop back for the Ame thing, is that I forgot who was provided the full context of that clip, but she was telling a story about something that she had witnessed about these two guys yelling at each other from, like, you know, across the street, and she was just saying what they were saying verbatim.
So the context
So
is
she wasn't even being racist. She was telling a story.
really.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have
But
to
yeah.
remember which stream it was, but I can send it.
So this guy clipped her out of context just to try and get an
No,
own.
he didn't even clip her.
Oh, okay.
He went to this video that he referenced and took that out of context clip so he can use it as reference.
I guess I can forgive him for not knowing, but still. No, actually, I can't, because in my personal opinion, if you want to call somebody a racist, you need to understand the full context. And this is something I've talked about with people for a while. If I said something in context, I'm trying to think of something. If I said something, like, if I was quoting Hitler in context, you can't say I'm a Nazi, because I'm quoting Hitler in context. However, if I
You
said...
probably want to stop there.
But you know what I mean, right?
I do, but you probably don't want to be using that as an example.
Well, that's the only thing I could think of, because like what other things
just
could I
sounds
say?
bad, Akko.
Oh, I know, but what I'm saying is, if you are trying to use something out of context, you're not good faith, and I don't believe that. Like, immediately, because I didn't know the context, I dismissed the Ame thing completely. Like, if people came back and said, "Oh, she was being racist," like, well, that sucks. Is she racist now? No? Okay, I'm gonna hope that she's not racist anymore. Keep going.
But then we've
Don't
also got
enable
like
her.
the whole top of the video. It's like, oh, they're a different doodle now. It's like, okay, first off, they're some of these clips are like a decade old. Like, we're talking old as shit. So yeah, like if somebody said it last year, maybe you have a point. But some of the stuff you're talking about happened like 10 years ago. What do you mean?
Certain VTubers with pointy ears will take out of context. Exactly, Ryan.
This will also come up later, but everything he said about, like, I can't call them out for their past behavior because, like, they're a new doodle now, that's going to come back to bite him in the ass really hard in, like, one day.
I know exactly what you're I'll hold my tongue on that, because I know what you mean.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but that's going to come back and bite this guy in the ass really hard.
Yeah.
He should not have said that.
It's called foreshadowing. Yeah. Yeah,
It's what-
yeah.
Wait till this dude used to be a full-time rapper? Yeah. He
That's all he
has some
did.
music. Yeah, he has some music history. He mostly raps about past relationships and all that shit.
Then he also rapped with a bunch of Smash Brothers players, so don't worry, we'll get to that. Anyways,
Foreshadowing. What point?
I want to continue in 3,
What are we at?
2,
105? I'm at 105.
something around there, yeah.
All right.
Just 3, 2, 1.
You're nasty looking.
No, we don't. It's a lie. You
Did I say what you all been thinking? But hey, there's an audience for everything, and at least her fans love her, right? So in true VTuber fashion, it was a learning experience that I'm not gonna learn from. In fact, I'm gonna run from this lesson.
Yeah.
In true VTuber fashion, if I fucking shoot somebody, then go and change my name and appearance. I still fucking shot somebody. You don't get to run from your past. New identity.
Calling somebody a racial slur is not the same as shooting somebody. I'm sorry, it is not.
Yeah.
Just telling a story. I hear you. I hear you. She also knew what she was gonna say and caught a cute little laugh when she said it because she knew she got the word off because ha ha N-word. She's probably a nice girl. But you know you shouldn't have did that. Y'all know she shouldn't have did that. So I just want to apologize to my dick for the copious amount of low quality sucking that y'all niggas been giving it. Ha ha, y'all niggas is mad.
Oh my
Your
God.
favorite Oshi is a piece of shit.
I want to
All
pause
y'all
it.
niggas is
Yes,
racist.
we're gonna pause it. Is that a
So just so we're
dildo?
clear, this highly offensive word that no one should be saying, he is immediately dropped 10 times in a row. Again, I don't care. Either you can't say it either if it's that bad of a slur, and I'm going to die on that hill. You don't get to say, well, you know, I am the person the slur is directed to, so I can say it as much as I want. That's not how that works. Is it a deeply offensive word that legitimately offends you? Or is it just some bullshit word that you like to lord over other people? It sounds like it's some bullshit word you like to lord over other people.
It's like unironically, chat. I'm gonna go on the retard for the moment. It's like retard. Either it's all okay or none of it. I finally understand what iDubbbz was saying. It's either all okay or none of it's okay. All right. So if I can't say it, and I agree that there should definitely be some not saying it, you probably shouldn't say it either. If it's so bad for everybody, nobody says it. Nobody says it.
Also, yes, Chad, I am sorry we're making you go through this video. Trust us.
If we have to suffer, you get to suffer.
Lumi sat through his entire
Think about me,
video.
Chad. This is the third time I'm watching these. On some of these, this is the fourth time I'm watching them. Because I wanted to make sure everything was above board before I posted them.
Pretty much.
But yeah.
And plus, his voice when he is like mocking and demeaning people is like the most infuriating thing. It's like, I don't know what it is. If it's, I know it's not the tone alone. It's not the tone alone. I have heard people like this talk. I will stop.
His
I will stop
voice
speaking.
was made for that meme of Mike Tyson saying, some of y'all never get punched enough, and it shows. Your voice was made to be punched.
Oh, damn.
Like,
You don't see Koreans running around calling each other that word that starts with G. You don't see Jews running around calling each other that word that starts with K, and yet, exactly.
No, yeah, again, you're not gonna see, well, I mean, with the retard word, you know, people just, like, some people are being edgy, and I would say it just because I don't care. But, like,
Yeah.
that's the problem I have here. If you don't care, if you are doing quote-unquote reclaiming the word, why do you care then? Like, if it is such an important thing, why are you caring so much? Like, I just don't understand. I've tried to
Lumi.
understand.
Can I stop saying the N-word? Look at what he did. He had this black man stop saying the word.
Yeah, you made a brother
Lumi,
clean
what goes
up.
on top of a house?
Oh.
Why do you do this to me? A roof.
And say it.
A roof.
What?
There you go, chat.
Wait, what?
Chat was saying they suffer enough hearing Lumi say roof.
Shut up!
I didn't remember her saying it, so I wanted to get her to say it again.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
when Junko has banned 3 words from me saying when they are around, and that is roof, root beer. Fuck, what was the other one? Motorcycle. Those are the 3.
Sorry, wait. Did you just say motorcycle?
Motorcycle!
Where did you get motorcycle from?
That's how I pronounce it! That's how I've been pronouncing it since I was a kid!
Let me say hot dog.
Why do you have the R in front of the T?
It's a Midwest thing!
Let me say hot dog.
Hot dog!
Okay, we're good. You should say like hot dog. Technique 2.5 when they're talking.
I like how you said that, and like in both chats, motorcycle popped up 4 times.
It's motorcycle! And so now the words that I have to use when Junko is around is undersealing, rocket cycle, and sassafras juice.
I was gonna say something that like came to my mind. One of the things that I have a major problem with is it seems that he is instigating and trying to stoke the flames of people. Because like I agree, because when he first posted the original tweet, there were people like being racist. Now, in my personal opinion, whenever I see something like that on social media, there are 2 people that are doing that. There are people that are shit disturbers that just do it to do it. And then there are people that are bots or are people that you pay to go on random alts to do it for you. And I don't know how many of those are there, but it feels like he is trying to instigate anger. And I don't like that. I don't like it when people intentionally do things like this just to say, hey, come get angry at me. Because, like, right below this, he says, if you want to call me a monkey or something, do it on the YouTube version. And I don't like that. That is not the kind of conversation you should be having. And that is
He's intentionally trying to solicit it.
Also, you know this dude pays for Twitter Blue, right? So he's getting he is getting his Twitter pennies. Because look at how many impressions this one has.
He kept getting community noted. Yeah, when you get community noted, you can't get paid for anything that was noted. And I think that was a big part of it.
God bless.
That's why I kept deleting it and trying to re-upload the tweet.
Mm-hmm. The authentic ones are creative.
Now I feel better.
Yeah, the authentic ones are actually creative.
At about 2:18ish, you want to keep going?
Yep, let's continue. Let's finish it up.
3, 2, 1.
Except for the shorties that were speaking Korean or Japanese or whatever. That was just a little troll, because y'all know what that sounds like. I'm sorry to y'all. Y'all caught a stray. I'm sorry. And shout out to that one nigga I said I wanted to punch in the face when I was crashing out about my last bitch. You ain't deserve that. You would have been collateral. I'm a crash out. You got that. I be wildin'. I still don't like you, though. Don't get it twisted. I still don't like you. You know who you are. Kiss, kiss, nigga.
That fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff.
Oh my gosh. So he's acknowledging.
Oh, he did your weatherman style of tweet showing.
He is. I mean, like, it's not an uncommon thing. My biggest problem with this is he's doing it in Twitter Lite.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like Twitter Lite.
That the face punching thing aged terribly, all things considered. Yeah, no, the other issue I had with this is he tries to play it off like it's a troll. He's like, oh yeah, you know, a little troll for those of you who are speaking Japanese and Korean or whatever. It's like, so what do you mean? You included 2 real allegations among like 30 fake ones? Is that what you're admitting to?
That's basically like...
'Cause that's not how that works.
No, and it's like, okay, chat, let's not get this things twisted here. People can get very charged when racial slurs are used. And I agree, to some extent, you can get upset when people are rude like that, because they are trying to solicit a response out of you. What do you think he's trying to solicit when he pairs people that are completely innocent? And how unfair is that? How unfair is it when you, like... It's like literally aiming a gun at somebody or aiming anger at people and saying, oh, I'm sorry, that was just a joke, man. I just unintentionally tried to get these people in trouble. Hey, they caught a stray. No, I didn't. You edited it in the damn video. You put them in there on fucking purpose. You wanted them to get in trouble. You wanted them to be targeted.
Yeah. And I don't, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, oh no, there was just a stray. You only included 2 real people then. Would you like to explain that?
And the 2 people you included, one was out of context and shouldn't have been included, and then the second one, you didn't even use the right clip. Like, if you want to call it a racist, use the right clip. Otherwise, you're validating them.
Sorry, me blatantly misrepresenting your language as racism was just a joke, actually. Please ignore the tweet I deleted where I imply Koreans and Japanese people look and sound the same.
Nah, that's racist.
I don't have that tweet. That one got deleted by him before I could save it. But he basically said that he couldn't tell the difference between Japanese and Korean people and that it didn't matter because they were basically the same. It's like...
Who's the racist in the room chat?
Do you not see the irony of you saying this while you're trying to call out racism? Like, you clearly don't like Asians. Or don't respect them as, like, individual people.
And why is he in the sphere? VTubers are a non-Western thing. It is made by Japanese people. And it's been taken in by a lot of different people. Why are you here if you don't like the culture? You shouldn't be here.
Anyways, we can move on to the next slide, I believe.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
There it goes. So this was him. Again, chat, this is a day later. He is still just doubling down on everything. The first one is vid going right back up tomorrow without the shorty hit the shorty's face or the Asian women in the intro for the troll. Again, doubling down on calling it a troll. It was not a troll. Still ain't sorry for nothing. I said the VTuber community still ass. Y'all still racist, and black people should still feel free to use their shit without y'all little meat beaters making us uncomfortable. Suck my dick. Never been to Mexico. That is a reference to something we'll get to later. But the never been to Mexico thing, probably technically true, but the friends he keeps are not doing him any favors on that one. And again, just another one where he says, OG tweet got boomed, Lamau re-uploading the video on YouTube. Wait, what? Why did it skip ahead? There it goes. Video on YouTube with the intro trimmed out, since the biggest thing y'all had a problem with was the face being in it. I'm reasonable. No, you're not reasonable.
No, you're not.
You
Because
would
if
have
you were
included it in
reasonable,
the
you
first
wouldn't.
place if you were.
This video would not exist if you were reasonable. You are completely unreasonable.
And this is him still like doubly dies. Says, I'm still not sorry for anything I said. See y'all tomorrow. Also, never been to Mexico or played Pro Smash Bros. Ever in my life, by the way. Y'all smoking crack out of a dick if you think I ain't exile them from my life once I find out they're yucky. Well, now, we'll get to that later. That's a fun conversation. All I'll say before we get there is that he repeatedly includes the word Pro Smash Bros. Because he's trying not to lie and get caught in a lie, but he can't say he's never been in these people's circle. He was 100% in their circle, used to play Smash Bros all the time with them. He only includes the word pro so he can be like, oh, I wasn't a part of them. No, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But other than that, there's not much with these two slides. They're just, boring.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the next one. So this one is a lot longer. I think this one's like 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's still him making fun of people. It's like you can see if he says time to get sued.
Probably because.
So you want to
Yeah. Here, let me pause
play it in
that.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so boom, right? Thorough. No edits, no none of that extra shit.
Chat, let me know if it needs to be louder.
Y'all and me, let's talk. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about any of this. It's gonna be a little weird.
Last
sharing
thing, number
experiences
3.
on this model and shit because it's cute, but there's a nigga behind here. As nigga could be. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't know who I am, so take this as a crash course, because I'm an asshole, unapologetically. I say and do whatever the fuck I feel like doing.
Alright, you wanna pause?
And I'm stubborn when my niggas
Pause.
don't.
At
So like
26
we
seconds.
start at the beginning with him trying to pull the, don't you understand, guys? There's a person behind the model. And like, you don't know me as a person. You've only seen like this one video I've made. It's like, do you not think that applies to literally anybody you've talked about
Mm-hmm.
at all? Like, why does this only apply to you? Why is there only a person behind your model that we have to think about?
Needs to be louder? Alright, I've turned it up.
I'm not gonna say if it needs to be. My chat says I'm not gonna say if it needs to be louder because I don't want to hear it.
You need to hear it, chat.
I do apologize for this one. I don't know why this one came out so quiet. I think this is a him problem. Honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, it's him problem.
Yeah, it's loud. I could get closed captions.
Yeah, here I can maybe do this for my chat and just remove the limiter temporarily, and that might help it.
Alright.
But anyways, continue in 3, 2, 1.
On me is a bad idea. Shout out to Kenji. Now, because I've been called a lot of things throughout this whole debacle. Xenophobic, homophobic, fatphobic, ableist, etc. But one of the things niggas is not gonna call me is a liar. And I ain't a nigga that throws stones and hides his hand. So if after any of this you want to skedaddle, I dig it. C'est la vie. You feel me? If niggas is gonna sue me for talking about some shit that was already up because Shorty's trying to distance herself from who she was, I get it. She has her right to want a distance. However, digital footprint. It allows for niggas to say, You feel me? So that's what I did. I'd be lying if I said I feel sorry for doing it. I got a little bit of a platform to speak for people who can't, so fuck it. I'm shooting, and I shot, and shit got crazy. But I meant what I said. And then none of y'all niggas gonna scare me off of no fucking platform and make me feel like I gotta give some fucking half-assed
Wanna pause?
apology that I really
Yep.
don't mean.
117.
So what he is saying here is he says that it's still on the internet, so I can still criticize it. and I don't regret criticizing it because I'm speaking up for people that can't speak for themselves. He's trying to like make himself into like this savior thing, and he's trying to cover like all these concepts, you know, homophobic, xenophobic, all this stuff. What he's ignoring is that people brought up his footprint, and in his footprint, there's a lot of F slurs, a lot of F slurs.
Lots of bundles of sticks in this man's mouth.
Yes. Because, again, dude used to be a rapper. And if any of you have ever listened to any rap music, typically it's very, very slur-filled and very curse-filled. A lot of violence, a lot of drugs, a lot of objectifying women. It's pretty common, pretty standard for the genre, and he ran the whole gambit of it. And he's trying to, like, cover for himself and be like, no, people are calling me that, but that's not who I am. It's hilarious. One of his tweets talked about not going to be MLK tuber anymore.
You're not MLK. MLK, like...
You were not sticking up for anybody.
No, you're sticking up for you, and you're trying to get you good. This is not the actions of somebody trying to stand up for other people.
But yeah, Chad, this is like the kind of response he had to all of this. But we'll keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
So, 3, 2, 1.
Because it's what'll make y'all feel better, and it's how niggas dodge bullshit in this fuck-ass community. I meant every word that I said. However, if Shorty feels bad that her face was brought back up to this magnitude and this light, that's understandable. I would never deny you your feelings if you feel them. You got that. Just like y'all shouldn't deny how we feel when y'all motherfuckers punch down on us and make the space uncomfortable because niggas is dark. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Now, a lot of y'all are chronically on the internet, so y'all not used to this type of energy without a backpedal, but check. This is who the fuck I am, B. I'm a nigga from outside, and that comes with a lot of bad sometimes. I was beating niggas up, I was robbing niggas. Talk about
So his excuse here, chat, is that he's from outside the VTuber community, and VTubers aren't used to people that like stand their ground when they're getting harassed. No, they're not used to people that come in blatantly wrong about everything, and you just continually double down on it.
Yeah, and he brings up, oh, the space is uncomfortable for us. You make it uncomfortable. I'm not going to deny there are people that can be racist on this platform. And if I see true racism, I will say, yeah, that's bad. And I will not interact with people that are truly racist. This is why people are racist. You make examples for people to point to and say, that is why I am racist. That is why I will be prejudiced. You create that. You make that for people. You make it very easy for people to point out and say, that is why I will close off my space. That is why I won't draw for those people. That is why I won't do X, Y, or Z. You make it. You make it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that that is the progenitor of everything, because it's not. But you perpetuate and make it worse. There's a million different ways you could have gone about this video and had a conversation about it. This is the last and worst thing you could have done.
Oh yeah, somebody in chat says he is not from the streets, I promise you. I would agree, chat. I don't want to get too into it, but I grew up poor. So, I could tell you for a fact that if you actually met like a thug person, first off, they don't say shorty. He is like overpronouncing shoddy, and I don't know why. Like, no, I've genuinely, up until him, I've never heard somebody say it shorty. Is that just a me thing, chat? Am I just dumb?
I mean, well, like I mentioned before, at least where I work, I have never heard any of the dudes I work with say it like that. But
Yeah, everybody says shoddy.
Granted, it could be like a,
A California thing?
I thought he was in New York. He has his location in Boston.
California and New York are exactly the same, in my opinion. They both have the same problems. People that want to take responsibility and clean up the messes in their states.
Also, we'll get into his response later, chat, to his girlfriend, but it just makes it so much more obvious that he's just like a dickhead dude who thinks it's okay to beat up on women and not an actual thug.
Yeah, that's not a thug. That's just an asshole. One that stays single because he can't get his problems together.
And also, I forgot. Are we past the part of the video where he talked about what he did in the past, or is that a little later?
We're getting
this
there.
one? Okay.
We're getting there. That's like really
Okay.
soon.
Continue in 3, 2, 1.
All the time on my music. It's what life was for me. Thankfully, a nigga been able to calm down a bit because I've been focused on other shit, streaming, music, etc. Blah blah blah. Whoop de wap. Right? Cool. I was wilding the fuck out. It is what it is. I be wilding the fuck out. It is what it is. But I ain't never been no nigga that's gonna do some shit and not look you in the face while I'm doing it to you. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't a nigga sneaking shit out of your house and acting like I ain't take it. If I was running your pockets and it was run your pockets, it was run your pockets. Niggas know my energy. If I'ma punch you in your face, I'm not gonna sneak you. I'ma tell you I'ma punch you in your face and give you the opportunity to square up, cause that shit is pussy otherwise. Stand on your actions. You dig stand me? I am a grimy nigga when I gotta be. It is what it is. I ain't never hide that. Niggas only act shook up and shocked when they aren't the bystander of it and when they're the person that the barrel is on. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? This ain't even some I'm so tough machismo type thing. You feel what I'm saying? This is just the reality of what my situation was and shit a nigga had to do to survive. Don't like it, you ain't gotta stay. I respect your morals. The
It's
door
not
is open for you,
machismo, it's just
really don't
my
give a fuck.
reality.
Dig?
Shut the fuck up.
Now, this is just for the people that are weaponizing my craft and my life experiences to prove a point. Y'all niggas know I rap. Y'all know what I rap like. And for the people that been around, y'all know what happens when it's time to battle. Because I come from that. You feel what I'm saying? Sorry if my hand is just chilling here, but I got my mouse on and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So a nigga chilling with his hands on the table, whatever the case may be, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anywho.
Because you're reading from a
What
script.
the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes time to battle, because I come from that, I've always been a nigga that gives back the same energy that I'm getting, or I'm going to make it worse. Way worse. Point blank, period.
Oh, he definitely made
Early
it
on in my
worse.
career, I gave less of a fuck than I do now. If it was disrespect, fuck it. We taking the disrespect all the way. All the fucking way. And I'm going to match your input, and I'm going to take it further if I gotta, because that's just the type of nigga that I am. I told the nigga that I would give him a brain injury again after finding out that he had one before and he had to get homeschooled. I told the same nigga that when his manager robbed him, his manager should have killed him. I spent a solid 4 minutes, fat as fuck, on stage, fat as fuck, standing next to a nigga and roasting and fat shaming him because he was fatter than me, because he brought up a time
Oh
the nigga
yeah,
stole
he did
my
rap
song.
battles.
I battled the nigga
Which is
that brought up
cringe.
one of my exes fresh off of the breakup, which was a great play, by the way. Shout out to dude. You feel what I'm saying? I found out that nigga had one hand and spent the whole song telling this nigga that he'll never jump rope, he'll never clap his hands, and all kinds of shit. You feel what I'm saying? I battled a nigga dressed like a clown and
I
like
wanna
2
pause
other
it.
niggas, like 13 years.
Pause. 432.
So this is like my whole issue with like this video he does. This entire video is you guys tried to weaponize the fact that I've done all this stuff before, but you don't understand. It was in a rap battle, so it's okay. It's like I'm of the opinion that it's typically just okay in general, but you're the one that says it's a problem to ever do. So you can't be like, no, I did it for a job, so it's different. I was paid to call people slurs, so it's completely acceptable in that case. I think that makes it worse.
It's like I could just because, like, you know, of some experiences on my end while I was growing up and stuff. It's like I get it. It's part of the thing, and even on some TV shows that were around back in the day, like fucking what was it called, Wild 'N Out. That's when celebrities would go up, fucking make fun of each other via fucking rap battle, my dude. It's like it's a thing. It's normal, but people nowadays, especially on Twitter, if they find out that type of shit, they will fucking crucify you.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, it's part of the thing. It's part of the fucking rap battles. But people need to own that shit up and be like, yeah, it's part of the thing. What you gonna fucking do about it? But he's trying to please 2 separate demographics in this shit.
And you can't do that. Again, it's either all okay or none of it's okay. Like if you're gonna hold people to a standard, you better be ready to be held to that standard. And people are holding you to that standard, and you're saying you can't hold me to that standard. It's different circumstances. It really isn't. It really isn't. I genuinely don't believe it is. I think you're
he
a
went
major
around and
hypocrite.
laid a bunch of swords in the ground directly under a bunch of people, and then he forgot that he was stuck on the same rope with all of them. It's like, yeah, probably don't want to do that, bro, because you're gonna end up falling on that sword too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, he just makes it sound like he's not good at rap battles. It's like, I went to a rap battle, there was a guy with no hand, and literally every diss I had to do with the fact he had no hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have anything else at all.
I haven't met one person that just airs out all of his shit like this. Like,
Yeah.
even family members that were arrested because of some gang-related shit don't talk about it, even though it's known. Don't talk about it.
Yeah,
So
because the police are ruthless.
that's about all that's left of this video. Do we want to just go to the next slide?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, because it's just, and it's quiet too, so it's kind of annoying.
All right, sounds good. We'll skip to
Next
slide
slide.
6.
Here's a. Alright, so boom, right?
Right, skip.
Thorough. No edits. No.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
So this is his rap chat. We're gonna listen to a little bit of his rap in
Oh,
this
gosh.
tweet. So I hope you're all very excited.
And also, this video is a little louder than the other one, so if you have that shit blared, it's loud, you know.
All right.
Stop being phobic.
All right,
Right.
so 3, 2, 1.
Stop being phobic. Stop being homophobic. Stop being transphobic. Stop being whatever the phobic. You're a fucking loser.
I don't do anger, but this faggot got me a little irritated. I dropped it like bad habits, you faggot, you rap rabbit. I'm snatching this faggot back from heaven. You're a funny little faggot, and I'm sure I don't need a beat to launch this faggot off this planet. Cause all I did was smack a faggot dressed like a Jedi. Get back to your shake weight while I force fuck competition like a date rape.
All right, calm down, Bill Cosby.
Wow.
Calm down, Bill Cosby.
No mean to know, Bill Cosby. It's just like he does this whole thing like, oh, stop being like all these phobics, chat, and then this is the music he makes, and frankly I don't do anger is the weirdest part of that line. Yeah, chat, we could go through one day if you want on my stream and just read some of his lyrics because they are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Anyone who says that Snake Eyes from Mori is the worst music they have ever heard has not heard SoundCloud rappers before.
SoundCloud rappers are a different level of bad.
And I will say my knowledge of rap is a little bit limited, but with what I do know based off of what I've heard, if all you do is repeat a lot of the same words in all of your raps, it doesn't sound like you put a lot of work into them. Because like,
Yeah.
I've heard one of my favorite because I don't listen to a lot of rap, but one of my favorite rappers, or at least one of my favorite rap people that does rap, what's his name? He makes the song Starboy. The Weeknd. The Weeknd does great music, and I like a lot of his music. It's very expressive. Everything is different. A lot of Shizzy's stuff, it has the same identity to it, and I can't tell like if all of those lyrics were from different songs, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. There's no identity to it.
My also.
That's all I had to say about that.
Okay. But yeah, chat, I just wanted you guys to see that. He's the rapper that rhymes the N-word with N-word. Probably. Okay, move to the next slide, please. So we got another video, chat, don't worry.
This is May 13th. This is
This is later in the day, this is in the evening.
Oh, this is this is still same day.
Yeah, same day, later in the evening, because he was getting roasted all day, constantly. So I woke up to bullshit, standing on business. I meant everything. I'm not sorry. I'm not gonna lie and say I am for PR. The VTubing community needs to change. You VTuber fans are way worse. This has gone too far and gotten out of hand, so this is where I'm ending it. K love you, bye. Some of you have probably noticed that this is the 4th time he has K-ended it. Love you, bye. But he does this thing where he's like, this community needs to change. And for those of you who don't know, Everything Wrong with VTubers was his debut as a VTuber. So his very first day showing up says all of this needs to change, I don't like it, you don't get to show up and do that. You
No.
have to have like some kind of credibility in this community, and you have none.
Like, if Picora came out and said the exact same thing, there'd be some weight behind it because she is one of the most famous VTubers in the world. In the world. And if she said that, there's probably a good reason. You coming onto this, making your very first actions in a community, and I don't call VTubing a community because I don't believe it's a community. I believe it's an industry. But you coming into this area and saying, man, I think you all should conform to what I think, that's not going to happen. If you did that in a job, you would get fired. The boss would look at you and say, that's funny, get out of here.
Okay, so Akka, are you ready to play?
Yes.
You 3, 2,
Don't tell
1.
no
Right.
lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
This minute is 7 minutes long. What the hell?
Baby. Anxiousness is damn near melatonin at this point, y'all. If y'all niggas got insomnia
I
or some
mean,
shit,
he
go
also
beef with the
rides
VTuber
off
fans. That
Kenji's
shit works
coattail.
It's
wonders.
longer
Yeah.
and longer and longer.
Holy shit. Am I fucking tired after fighting all of these fucking people? Thankfully, though, a lot of y'all have had my back, so I appreciate y'all niggas because, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the fuck been going on Twitter, though, in my time away. Oh. Oh, my.
Okay, that first message was very unflattering.
It was very funny
Ugly
though.
model.
I was about to say
Fucking
that's
that
kind of
shit
funny.
fire
I'm
as fuck.
sorry.
Monkey. Damn, these a lot of monkeys. I ain't even
You
know most
told
of these
people
monkey
to call
types
you
existed. Why do these niggas know so much about monkeys? Nigger. Mexico. I ain't never even been to Mexico. Smash Bros. Oh my god, bro. They beating my ass, y'all. The anime profile pictures is beating my ass, y'all.
You are an anime
You are an
profile
anime
picture.
profile picture. You can't use that excuse.
Clan meeting in the comments. Get your white hood and pitchforks. The pink monkey acting up again. Hit the quote retweets. Y'all niggas are hurt. And y'all are reaching for straws of any kind to try to get a nigga the fuck out of here. Because I said your favorite VTubers are racist. And I'm standing up for the people that got color
I
on
thought
their
you
shit
didn't
or
say
are too
that
afraid
though.
to get it
I thought
because
that was a
of y'all.
troll.
Fuck you. How about that? Y'all bugging the fuck out, hopping out the window over magical girls that don't know you. And all y'all doing is proving my point from the video that y'all didn't watch. So thank you for the validation because I said exactly what y'all were going to do and y'all did it.
Pause real
Got it.
quickly.
People
Yep.
Just really quickly. Az brings up a good point. Most of the people that supported him immediately turned their back on him as soon as his ex came out on something against him. Immediately,
Yeah,
this man.
We'll get into the
and-
X thing in a bit, chat. But his support did not last long.
Yeah, his support died literally the next day because his ex came out, and that's something that kind of bothers me. Those are not the kind of fans I want. Like, if people we went through this when we had our drama, but like there were a lot of people that just like instantly turned their back on us, and I was like, you know what? I hate those people. I hate people that can immediately just walk away because there's something that somebody says about you that may or may not be true. So I don't understand what kind of support this man thinks he has, because all of these people will walk away and immediately look at the next shiniest thing if they think it aligns with their values, because clearly he doesn't align with theirs. Clearly.
Chat says, wait, he just debuted? Yes, this was supposed to be his debut video.
This was
So,
this was his day one first impression. Like on your day one first impression, chat, first day of work. What are you gonna do at work? How are you gonna impress the people around you? Because like when you're a VTuber, your audience pays you money. All right, they tip you. Obviously, the algorithm's important too to give you ad revenue and stuff. But your audience sustains you. No audience, no sustenance.
Wow.
And this man shat all over it.
I also think it's really funny that he's like, all these people showed up to defend their favorite VTubers literally 5 seconds after going, by the way, a bunch of you showed up to defend me, so thanks guys. You're doing the same shit, bro.
It can't go. It can't just be one or the other. It has to be both ways.
It's like, you guys didn't watch the video. It's like, the rest of the video sucks. It's just bland, boring bullshit that we've all heard a billion times. You're not fixing anything. We've all talked about it. Had you been in the VTuber community for a week, you would have heard somebody bring up parasocial relationships. You would have heard somebody bring up, like, overusing jokes. You would have heard all this stuff if
Mm.
you just stayed here for a week, but you haven't been because you don't care.
Chad says this isn't his first model. I would say regardless of whether or not it's his first model, this is the first time he is breaking out. Because, like, here's the thing. Making a video with the title that he makes it, he knows it's going to spring forward to tons and tons of people. Like Chad, I'm not joking when I say this man has definitely gotten the attention he wanted. 1.6 million views, 2 million views. Some of his tweets, like, I think even got up to 4 million views. This man is definitely breaking into places that he has never been to before. And it is not working the way he expected. In fact, it's working very opposite to it. And the audience that he's trying to break into will never accept him. And again, the audience that he broke into will be more racist because of how he chose to act. And I don't want that. But that's what he did. Anyway, I'm done.
All right, we'll keep continuing in 3, 2, 1.
People of color belong here just as much as y'all do and should be allowed to be here comfortably without being the consistent butt of your shitty little dick ass jokes. And y'all can't tell me otherwise. Suck my fucking dick, you fucking pussies. I'm at the courthouse right now with the paperwork, waiting for the sentence from these corporations that y'all got a hard on for so much because I said that niggas gotta do better. I don't give a fuck. Minorities belong here. But now we have a whole nother problem. Y'all fandom and clamoring for any means of trying to take a nigga down because I'm fucking right, but y'all don't got shit on me. I told y'all niggas I don't give a fuck, and I do what the fuck I do and say what the fuck I say, unapologetically. And y'all mad because they respected my honesty.
This chat is what we call
Stupid
foreshadowing.
Nigga, suck a fat one. So now y'all niggas trying to hit me with the Drake allegations and know nothing about nothing. So allow me to smoke this little situation and spray the bugs before this shit gets out of hand. Because now y'all are fucking with my niggas, and that's the big no-no. Leave my niggas out of it. Quick rundown of the situation for y'all niggas, right? Because some of y'all probably don't know. In 2020, a bunch of gamers in the FGC and shit got smoked off the internet for being actual pedophiles. Weird sex party shit, blah, 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 Now, a major thing stated back then was that some of these niggas would go to Mexico to sleep with underage girls. Nasty. Disgusting. Absolutely filthy. Fuck them niggas. To this day, fuck them niggas. Y'all niggas was down there chasing baby butt, and I hope you're never allowed near children. Which is probably why y'all niggas are really trying hard to push this agenda of pedophilia onto us. Because y'all niggas like lolly porn, and you probably see yourselves in these cornballs, and you're jealous they got to do it, and you didn't, but I digress.
All right, pause.
Pause.
This, just in general, is a fucking wild thing to say.
Yep.
Which makes, that does not help his case at all. And I think anybody that has heard this quote has agreed with me that this does not help your case at all. To be like, yeah, like a bunch of these guys went down here, they were like fucking kids. You're probably just jealous that you didn't get to fuck the kids. What? Also, he leaves this out, by the way. He tries to say it's just a bunch of random FGC guys. The context needed is those were his friends. The ones that specifically got caught going to Mexico were his best friends.
Yep. He even clarifies that, you know, either, I don't know if it was one of them or all of them, but it was like a 10-year friendship. It wasn't just like a couple of years. It was a fucking 10-year fucking friendship.
Man.
So like,
That's gotta suck.
okay.
I feel for a man if
he
that's happened.
If he was friends with all these people, or like, you know, a group of them, how are you the only clean one? I am just, you know, thinking. I'm not accusing of anything, but
yeah,
it's interesting that you're the only clean one.
Really quickly.
Also, chat, this will come up later, but I mentioned this in a Discord call the other day. I am of the belief that every person is allowed one Pogo the Clown in their friend group. And by that, I mean you are allowed one person in your friend group that was an absolute piece of shit that you didn't know was a piece of shit. I think, because like if you talk to anybody that knew like John Wayne Gacy, they said like he was a nice guy and they didn't see any issue with him. You are allowed to have one sneaky creep that somehow found their way into your life without you knowing they were a sneaky creep.
Mm-hmm.
But the more sneaky creeps that just happen to be your friends, it gets more and more sus how you just didn't know all of them were sneaky creeps.
No, I agree.
So like it's one thing if you have like one Pogo the Clown in your friend group, but if you have like 7 or 8 or 9 of them, it's like why are they all congregating around you and you are the one person in the group who is a good person?
Mm-hmm.
That does not, like, the math isn't mathing.
No, I agree. I 100%
And this will come
agree.
up later. He was friends with not one, not two, but possibly 3 different groups of individual pedophiles that were not the same friend group.
That is
Not
insane.
individual people, individual groups of people that all got outed in some way. So at that point, it kind of feels like you are intentionally going for these kinds of people.
And again, we're not going to infer anything because we have no proof. All we have is you being friends with a lot of different people that are around that. Like I remember when I was like anti, and I always was like very weird about it. And I can agree. You have to be very careful with your friends. So like if I was very careful back then, and even more so now, like I'm very careful about who I make friends with. What the fuck is your like? You cannot be as oblivious as someone like me, who's very autistic and sometimes just like can't read people very well, because I can. You cannot be that bad. You cannot be as bad as me, or worse. Please tell me you're not.
I thought it was just 5 different so-called friends. No, so the first group, which is the one he's trying to reference here, was with a guy called D1 and like 5 other guys. Then later on, he mentions that he cut somebody out from a 10-year friendship. That is a separate guy with a separate group of friends that also got exposed as being pedophiles later after the Mexico thing. And then we have our newest guy who admittedly not been exposed as a pedo yet, but we'll get to his clip where he says, well, it's not as bad if she's 17. Like, that's technically not pedophilia. Who is, again, his close friend. At some point, it's just suspect that you have all these close friends that just happen to have, like, these very suspect opinions on consent with children.
I agree. Really quickly, where are we at? I had to refresh the thing.
320.
Right. All right.
All right, so 3, 2, 1.
Ties to anyone that got called out that day were cut that day. 10-year-long friendships type shit. Smoked, because shit came out. And it was what it was, and it is what it is. Protect the babies. That's something that I always say. Protect the babies and protect women of color. Heartbroken as shit. Heartbroken as shit finding out that niggas that you were super duper cool with were on some fucky wucky ass shit. But you know what I'm saying?
Don't
you're
call
as
it
good as
that.
the company that you keep. So at
When
the
you're
end of the
talking
day,
about raping
Predators
fuck
are
around and
not
get some
fucky
bad shit,
wucky.
so we
That
can't
is
be cool, my nigga. We
straight up
can't
just
be
fucked
cool,
up.
But it just was what it
Imagine
was.
calling
Nah. These
statutory
niggas
rape
are saying
fucky
myself
wucky
along
shit.
with my niggas that were on the Smash Bros cipher all went to Mexico with the little musty butt Smash Bros niggas. None of us have been to Mexico. Nigga, that shit happened in June of 2020. COVID-19 was still happening. My black ass was staying the fuck home. And I know damn well my friends were staying the fuck home. Everything was yucky. Everything was covered in germs. My black ass was not getting sick. Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas are stupid. And you need to relax with trying to ruin niggas' lives. You need to relax with that. Because you don't have a valid point. It's disgusting trying to do some shit like that. Y'all niggas is wicked. I've never been a professional Smash Bros player. I don't know where you getting this info from.
See, that's
Find
the thing. He
anything that shows
constantly
me
says,
competing.
I wasn't a pro.
Because all that
But doesn't
shit
matter.
is new to me. I'd
They
love
were
to
your
see how I did.
friends. Your
And
close
Their only
friends of
connection
10
to any of
years.
Didn't he
this
play Smash
is me
often?
yelling at a nigga for something on the timeline an hour after he told me he didn't do anything in the DMs, and it's not even related to Mexico. You stupid bitch. If any of y'all can provide a picture or a statement of me or any of them niggas, my niggas, you know who I'm talking about, in Mexico, chilling with them weird ass exiled Smash niggas, I will pay you $10,000. Y'all niggas are bugging the fuck out. Attacking people who have nothing to do with the situation and trying to paint everyone out to be yucky poo-poo because niggas knew a nigga that got in trouble is wild and it needs to stop. Y'all are grown and y'all are playing with people's lives. I understand attacking me.
Pause.
Y'all niggas.
Pause really quickly.
Yeah.
He says you're playing with people's lives. Yeah, it's really important not to do things like that when you know that they are innocent. Or even if you don't know, you need to be like, I am not going to just blatantly walk out there and call somebody a predator or call somebody racist unless I can point to something that isn't, oh, they don't understand the language, or, oh, that's not actually what they were saying, or, you know what I mean? He's saying, oh, you're playing with my life here. Don't play with my life. Bro, You played with multiple VTubers' lives with the intent to get people to go after them. Do you know how insane the internet is? Do you remember the Summer of Love? I do. That was not pretty.
Yeah. And he also has this whole thing where he's like, well, prove that I went there. It's like, it took a long time to prove that those guys went there. And even then, there's a bunch of people that are believed to have gone there that we just don't have the proof for. Because it was a massive cover-up in this community, which again, makes it kind of sus on you. Because part of the problem with finding them was everybody was covering it up. And then he shows this tweet where it's like, people are showing this tweet of me calling him out. Show more tweets than just that one. He went through and deleted any tweet that ever mentioned Mexico, any tweet that mentioned any Smash Bros. Players that got exposed. He just wiped everything. Also, if Nerdy Badger is correct, and he was only e-dating his girlfriend, that actually removes his only alibi. Because his alibi for not being in Mexico was that his girlfriend knew he was at home.
Oh yeah, they were only e-dating. I remember seeing her statement on it.
Okay, well then definitely
That doesn't help him.
that just deleted his only alibi.
That does not help him. And again, we are not inferring anything. I just can't trust. Like, literally, Shizzy, you are asking people to trust you that you didn't do shitty things right after admitting, yeah, I robbed, I pillaged, I stole, I beat people up, I did all the shitty stuff. And I'm not saying being a predator is on the same level as that, but if you're saying that you're willing to commit crimes and you're also willing to lie about other people and defame other people, I don't believe you at all. You have a long road to climb back before I can say, all right, I can believe you on that. It's like if a friend was accused of this kind of thing. Like if either of these two were accused of being a predator, I have enough trust with them because I know for a fact that they haven't lied to me, and I can prove that they haven't lied to me to know that I can give some credence and I can defend them. You, I cannot defend. You have broken, or excuse me, you have committed so many crimes by your own words. There is zero trust, none at all, and you have admitted that.
It's wild that he tries to pull this, and like none of this is helping your case.
No.
And also, he's like, whose lives are we trying to ruin exactly? What's that? Yeah. Lord. He goes, you guys are trying to ruin people's lives. It's like, who exactly? Because we're only calling you out. You keep saying lives, plural, and you keep saying you're dragging other people into it. Who is anyone else dragging into it? They're dragging into actual confirmed pedophiles. Are you saying we shouldn't be trying to ruin their lives? Like, what other people other than you and the pedophiles are getting dragged into this?
Yeah.
But yeah, Chad, I just had a sneeze.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
It's just like, bro, you're saying, trust me, it wasn't me. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. It's just like when I lied to my mom a couple times, and she's like, I can't trust you anymore. It doesn't matter if you say that you tell the truth. You have to show something more concrete next time. Because until I trust you again, nothing you say holds any weight. And it fucking hurts to hear. And I know I'm just a random internet person, but no, I don't trust you. I just don't.
Right here, we only got 2 minutes to go. So let's continue.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1.
Are attacking everybody and y'all bugging the fuck out. Y'all niggas need to stop. Y'all pissed as shit because I spoke up and said the people you watch needed to be better. Everybody was thinking it, nobody was willing to say it, and they were settling for the crumbs that niggas were getting. Not me, and I'm standing on it. Y'all niggas had a problem with the Japanese shorty saying nigga, getting flipped for the troll. I humbly apologized. Tell your favorites to learn to do the same when they punch down on us. Y'all wanted shorty's face expunged from XYZ, and I acquiesced. So what's actually the problem? The call-outs or people having to smell their own shit? I smell my own shit all the time. Doesn't mean that
I don't think you do.
But I smell
I mean, you were
shit.
forced to now.
Shit stinks. I know what kind of nigga I am. I know the kind of monster I am. I know and own all my wrongs in this situation. But I'm also standing on what the fuck I know I'm right about, which was everything I said. People of color exist in this space. And
He's
we're not
trying to
your
hang
punchline.
on to the
All y'all did was prove my
black
point.
solidarity
I don't
thing
even
because
get
he
why
doesn't
y'all
have
hate us
anything
so much.
else.
We give y'all a lot of the sauce that y'all
He's trying to
enjoy when
really
some of
stick
your
it to
favorite
the
VTubers
I'm
minimize
black,
our
you
shit.
have to
But
defend me
got
because
you.
I called out
This shit is
racism.
dead. I'm not doing this shit no more. Y'all gonna call me a fucking monkey? Fine. I don't give a fuck. You gonna beef about your favorite VTubers being racist and sweeping it under the rug because you be beating your dick to the jiggle physics? Fine. I don't give a fuck. But what y'all not gonna do
But
is
you
run
do
me,
give a fuck, 'cause
anybody
if
that
you didn't,
fucking
you wouldn't
looks
make this
like
damn
me, or
video.
anybody that lives a different lifestyle than you out the motherfucking community because we all breathe the same fucking air and bleed. And that's the reason why y'all niggas is so fucking mad, because outside of the shit from the intro that y'all had outrage about, which I understand, y'all niggas haven't been able to counterpoint anything that I said in the video.
Because
And
there was
y'all sick
nothing
about
else
it.
in the
The
video.
air that y'all niggas breathe is different. Y'all be sitting marinating in the stench of unwashed ass and fresh masturbation. But I digress. I'm done. This shit is dead. I'm not speaking on this shit no more. I am putting my flag in the ground and I am standing on everything that I said. Bang, 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 bang. It is what it is, my nigga. I'm done. This shit is dead. And if y'all niggas got a problem, a fucking problem, and y'all niggas want to say something to me, follow me on Twitch then, you fucking birds. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
And he, like he tries to advertise himself.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's watching your shit, bro.
Well, some people probably are, but like again, like
Got our next slide.
like I said, this ruins you getting people segregating and closing people off. You have closed yourself off. You have alienated people. A lot of, cause like the VTuber community is filled with a lot of chill people. Probably a lot of people that are willing to be okay with something as long as you're chill. You have ruined that. A lot of people will no longer give you that chance, and you are stuck to the people that will 100% support you no matter what you say. And I don't want those people. So good luck.
Yeah.
You know, Mizu, I am surprised that you didn't add your favorite person, Aurora's comment on here.
Oh, you're right. Aurora added a thing on here.
Yeah.
I forgot about
To be
that.
fair, Alara is my mortal enemy now.
No, not Alara. Aurora.
I know.
Oh.
I'm saying Alara is my new mortal enemy.
Taka backed out.
well,
Yeah.
We'll talk about that at the end of the stream, but I didn't get to tell you, Lumi, but there's something I learned about Alara that was severely disappointing to me today.
Yeah. Lumi.
Oh.
Mizu.
I didn't think I could have less respect for her.
Mizu has lost it.
We will talk about it later, along with the shit that I need to tell you guys too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, chat, this is just like a couple of like the larger VTubers that popped up to defend him. Alara has quote unquote like gone back on her opinion on stream and called him out after the girlfriend thing came out. But she also constantly defends him about stuff, which I have a clip of that later, which is weird. Evan posted it and he was heavily defending him, and then like a day later he first off, he kept posting stuff like, oh, you guys are getting mad at me because I stuck up for this guy and I stuck up for like anti-racism or whatever. And then he finally deleted this tweet and is like, I didn't know he doxed Ame at the start of it.
Chat.
It's like the Ame dox is like literally 5 seconds into the video. So if he did not see that, he literally just did not watch the first 10 seconds of the video.
I'm gonna say something. I'll be very, very careful with my words. Evan is the last person I would expect to be signaling a dox like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I am very, very disappointed in Evan. Like, he admitted that he didn't even fucking watch the video. And like, I need to know
I'd like to point out real quick for chat. People pointed out the docs to Evan for like 13 hours. And he was constantly like, oh, people are getting mad at me. Haha, it's so funny, right? And then he deleted all the tweets and deleted this tweet and was like, I never saw the docs. Oh, yeah, for the last 13 hours you didn't see it. Shut up.
Now,
Evan saw it. He didn't care. He thought the controversy would go away and nobody else would care.
now chat,
It blew up in his face.
I want you, Chad, to tell me which is worse. Him not knowing it, quote-unquote not knowing, or knowing and then lying that he didn't know. Because again,
Either way, it's still bad.
it is very, very, very irresponsible for someone like Evan. Again, Evan, what the fuck are you doing? With the
Who the fuck is
entertainment-
Evan? He ran the VTuber Tea Time show with Mari Yume and Mr. Underhill.
Mm-hmm.
He's a grifter.
He's a grifter.
And all of them quit that show, by the way, like a day after I learned about that show existing.
Pretty much. Like,
I'm like a fucking jinx.
The thing that bothers me the most is Evan is in the VTuber community, or excuse me, industry. I hate that word. I need to read that out. But he is in the industry. He is friends with multiple VTubers that have been on his show or with him. So he should know the importance of keeping your face private. In fact, I know for a fact that he knows how important that is. He should know somebody's identity in the sphere is very important to them.
I can see why he got cut off by Sea-Dog. Huh.
Was he cut off? I have no idea. But, like, he should know, and he should very vehemently, he should have been one of the very few people to say, listen, I see where you're coming from, but this is not the way to do it. You're doing something wrong. And I don't know if he said that in private or not, but I am so flabbergasted and mind blown that Evan, of all people, again, would repost this and either not watch it or not care. I can't figure out which one is worse, not knowing or not caring. Both of them sound equally as horrible to me because of who Evan is. I don't get it. Idiot. Retard. You are a retard, Evan.
Calm down, Akka.
Careful, your autism's kicking in.
You don't need to say this much. We got it.
I know. It just boggles my mind.
Also, chat, not gonna ruin your perception of Mari today. Maybe on a future stream. But Mari produces shit content as well, and she doesn't do her research.
No.
Yeah. We already talked about her on one stream a few months ago.
There's a reason.
She still has that video up, by the way.
And then we all got mass blocked by her and her manager, who
Her
is
manager-
also a piece of shit too.
Her manager unblocked me, by the way. I don't know why her manager unblocked me, but she unblocked me, I noticed. And I'm not going to do it, but I was half tempted to ask her why she unblocked me. But I'm not
Yeah,
going
no,
to.
don't.
I'm not going to.
You could be our little rat.
Be rat
Also,
without it.
Mari isn't
Mari
Mari
as
Mari.
in-
No,
no, Mari
Yume.
Mari, the fish girl, she's cute. She's based.
I
We
love
love her.
Mari.
We love
and
her.
also, she has a new outfit coming out soon.
I remember when she
Mari
was.
the flap flap girl.
I remember when she was a baby.
She's never beaten the Five Guys allegations.
And no,
We're talking about Mariume, who has 100,000 subscribers, I believe, on YouTube. I believe her most defining thing on YouTube is tutorials for VTubers, which I've heard are not
That don't
necessarily that good anyway. So,
Yeah,
that
chat,
is her
don't watch her
defining thing.
tutorials. Like, she's just making shit up. None of it works. Sometimes she just completely misunderstands the algorithm on the platform she's talking about. She is literally just wrong.
Yes. Legitimately
But
wrong.
people like it and people watch it because they think it's going to work for them one day. Oh, I know what the comparison is. She's like those pickup artists that write self-help books for dudes. None of the shit in the book works, but tons of people buy it because they think eventually it is.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, looking at Shizzy's Twitch stats, he seems to have deleted every single VOD he had on Twitch. His stats show negative 2 million views, and he deleted everything.
Wow. Wow. You know what? Missed opportunity. People should have been archiving his Twitch. If I, you know what? That's a missed
too much
opportunity.
content.
I know it's a missed opportunity. It's damn. Oh well.
But and the other one is on the far side. We have perpetual idiot Krembo, who, by the way, as far as this issue is concerned, he is still continually doubling down on this. He refuses to just take the L and admit it was bad. With Takahata, I kind of included him because first off, he's replying to Krembo, and he's also a large VTuber in his own right. But second off, he should know that this is a dumb issue because he got called out for quote-unquote racism in the VTuber community because he didn't know what gyat meant. Literally, that's it. There's like no greater context there. He didn't know what the word gyat meant.
Mhm.
So people got super mad at him and called him racist. It's like, why don't you have a black person on the stream to teach what gyat means? Why would you steal our lingo and then not, like, you know, bring us on? What's gyat mean anyways? It's southern slang for God. because you're not, as a Southern person, we're very heavily religious, and you're not supposed to take God's name in vain. Southern people would tend to slur it really bad, and it would be more like Gyad. And then over time, that evolved into Gyat.
Okay, just because I was looking at Mari stuff, it looks like she's rebranding.
Mari Yume?
The fish or the Yume?
Mari Yume.
We'll look into that later.
Mm-hmm.
Who did we have next? Oh yeah, yeah, chat. This is literally like a day after he went on all his shit. Everything came back to bite him in the ass. Because first off, we had the Smash Brothers thing, where we find out he is, at the very least, involved with 2 different groups of pedophiles. Which, good job, guy. You really know how to pick them. And the second was his girlfriend calling him out. Which, if you guys want, you can go to her Twitter, Woofins, and look at the thread, because it is a long-ass thread.
Yes.
Like, it is huge. Huge. But the teal deer is, she did all of his art for him, other than this new model. Don't know where this new model came from. Not only did he never credit her, he still owed her $6,300. And some people I saw on Twitter got confused about that, because they thought that he paid $6,300 for this new shitty looking model. No, it was tons of different artwork, tons of emotes, tons of overlays, the old model. Like, she shows like a list of the stuff she gave him, and it is just this massive collection of art. And he had promised he would pay her back in installments. He made like one payment of like $50 and then ghosted her for a year and just refused to talk to her. So that is wild. She also brings up that she is, even in the apology tweet where she says that her and him are on good terms now and he's paying her back and stuff, she openly says that she is scared of him and that she is afraid he will hit her or he will beat her because he has threatened that before.
That is not good terms. That is not good terms. You should never, ever, ever be afraid of your partner, whether or not you've met them in real life. You should never be afraid of your partner. And if you fear your partner needs to fucking fix some things, because that's not right. That is not right at all. She should not have to have that fear. I have not seen any reason for her to be blamed for that. It sounds like she is a decent person, and he is being an asshole. I mean, he admitted he's an asshole, so, you know, I'm not surprised.
Okay, chat wants me to correct it and say he didn't threaten to hit her. He threatened to beat up the VTuber friend that she got art with. Which, I mean, it's potato on that one.
Mm. What was her...
To read her latest post on the matter, the last post I saw was the one where she said that she is still scared of him. But that's... She said something like, he paid me, but I'm still scared of him and I don't really want to talk about it anymore, kind of thing.
Apparently smoothed out things? Well, good. I still don't believe...
No, the smoothed out things was before the I'm scared of him. So I don't know if I 100% believe the smoothed out things, because she's openly saying that she smoothed it out because she was scared of retaliation from him. So...
Yeah, Sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree with like chat to like some degree. She kind of feels like she goes back and forth on if she is or isn't scared of him, but that's kind of pretty standard for like the whole battered wife thing.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna like speak for her because obviously her feelings are her feelings, but from what I'm observing, this is a very toxic and disgusting relationship. And I'm not gonna say that she's perfect because I have no idea on her side of the story. They didn't talk about it, but it's just very disgusting what I see.
Going by VTuber lingo, reverse child support. But yeah, if you guys want to read it, that you can see her her Twitter name, Woofins, WOOFINZ, is a very long thread. So like, you know, strap in, be ready to read through it. But then we have Duncan. Duncan is a fun fella because Duncan was gone from the internet just in general. He's like I don't know his full history. I was told he was like a failed Pokemon YouTuber.
We only know what he recently did before this. Can I talk
But we
about
have his. He also goes to doxame because I guess he thought it was just funny. I don't. It's not really explained because somehow him doxing Ame is supposed to be in defense of Shizzy. And the rest of the stream is talking about Shizzy. And we have a fun little clip from them if you want to play it.
Really quickly before we do, can I just like briefly give people an understanding about who this guy is? Because some people may not recognize him unless I give context. So Duncan, back when the whole Keffels thing was going on, Nick Rekieta, the previous practicing lawyer, was talking about the issues with Keffels and all that kind of stuff. And Duncan basically came onto a stream to debate with Nick Rekieta because Nick Rekieta, if I remember correctly, made a statement, something to the effect of Keffels should get on the wall. And Duncan spent the entire time yelling at Nick Rekieta about how horrible and how transphobic he was. And this guy almost made Nick Rekieta lose his YouTube channel. He got a strike on his channel, and Nick had to rely on, it was either Rumble or Locals for a while. So that's who this is. Duncan, the guy who defended Keffels, who again, as was now by Mutahar shown to have misappropriated donation funds. So I don't already like this guy because this guy defends the people that are shitty people. He is known already for not having the best opinions because of who he decides to room with. And for some reason, he decides to defend this guy. So that's pretty much the TLDR. If you guys don't know, that's who this man is. This man is the guy who fought with Nick Rekieta back when Nick was still cool.
And lost.
Yeah.
You're lost?
No, I said, and he lost.
And yes, this guy lost. I think he I can't remember for sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think he rage quit because Nick Rekieta was winning. Probably. But this man was yelling quite a lot. That's pretty much it. All right.
Okay, so ready to go?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oops.
17-year-old. It's not worse because the 17-year-old actually a victim, actually underage, and there is a physical, like there is a person who suffers there, but it is more pedophilic. At least a 17-year-old they have secondary sexual characteristics. They are, you know, adult-bodied, if not adult-minded. So that's not as pedophilic as jacking it to fucking children, drawings of children. Because pedophilic means something very simple, which is before puberty, right? You know where you stand on? We disagree on some stuff, but that's why I know you're one of the most genuine and kind. Oh, thank you, appreciate that.
So chat.
Oh my gosh.
I think everybody about had the exact same reaction that you should have had to that one.
Oh.
And I always point this out. He may, like, quote unquote, be technically correct, but think about how many people you have ever heard use the argument, well, actually, it's not pedophilia, it's technically a phebophilia. How many people that use that argument aren't pedophiles?
Yeah, the only other time I have heard somebody say that is Cyrax, who is a pedophile.
Oh,
That is the only other time I have heard somebody use that. You do not argue, like, okay, I get there are scientific terms for attractions and shit. I don't care. If you are attracted to somebody who is under the age of 18, I'm calling you a pedophile because that is what you are. You are attracted to children. I don't care if they are 17, just about to turn 18. If they are legally under the age, you're a pedophile. All right? And to say that what he said, I think he's a pedophile. You don't say that without thinking something like that is bad.
It's one of those things, like, even if this is the technically correct classification for it, the only people that use that argument are suspect as hell. You will never hear a normal person be like, well, technically it's a phebophilia. But, no, most people don't even know that word. We only know it because we have to listen to people like you say it. I'm actually a xenophobia. I don't know the word for it. I've seen it spelled like a million different ways. I just know there's like different words depending on what age they are, which is just weird, but whatever.
I could bring up the Cyrax clip where he tries to explain it.
No, we told you no Cyrax. Stop it.
I mean, fair.
Bad Akko. Anyways, next section. So I included this video because some people would be like, why are you bringing this up? Like, yeah, he's defending Shizzy, but like that's not Shizzy. You don't know like he's Shizzy's friend or anything like that. This is why I thought it would be important to include him. And we can start this video in 3, 2, 1.
You know, defend my honor kind of thing, and I just replied, I'm retired. Yeah, I messaged him saying, you alright, bro? Those anime waifu lover guys are crazy. And then he's like, could you do a quote retweet for me? And I said, yeah, I'll even come out of private. He says, thank you, bro. Get your argument dunking on, please, Lumfail. So he wanted me to get argument dunking on, which people know about. And I just said, I'm retired. And then he said, please, bro. And I don't know the last time Shizzy said please to me. And he promised me a hug. So like, yeah, for a Shizzy hug, yeah, I'll come out for the one time.
So he publicly admits that he made these videos because Shizzy asked him to come out and defend him.
Yep.
So he is on friends, on private speaking terms with Shizzy, obviously on IRL meeting terms because promising him a hug. These are good friends, and his good friend is getting up on stream going, actually it's a phobophilia, guys, so you don't really know what you're talking about.
And going back to what we said earlier, chat, what Mizu said earlier, you get one friend. One friend.
One pass.
One pass.
On the creepy friend.
Alright?
We're on 3 now.
This is the third one. This is the third one! How many more? How many more, Shizzy, do you need? How many more do you need to root out? Alright? How many more do we need to...
collecting them like Pokemon.
How many more do we need to send to the wall? And I say that with prejudice. How many more need to go to the wall?
Don't say that, Akko. We can't get the stream taken down.
I'm kidding. I'm saying that in Minecraft.
Yeah. But no, this is, you can see kind of in the tweet in the background, it says, I always come back if I see thousands of people being crappy, my friend, and making up false allegations. Like, this is his friend group. His friend group is just these weird, creepy people that have these bizarre takes on pedophilia. I can't say it any other way. Like, stop hanging around kids. Just please leave the kids alone. All of you. You too, Shizzy. Don't defend the children. I don't want you anywhere near them.
Right.
We can move on to the next slide.
Yeah.
So this one I included, admittedly, to be spiteful, because I don't like Alara. But it's just another one of those things where it's like, somebody pointed out to us that Alara did Smash streams, and Alara has been known to be like kind of interconnected with some of these people. So I'm not saying she is, but I am saying it's very odd for her to come out in defense of this guy when she hears the same shit all of you guys have heard and says stuff like in this clip. So we'll start at 3.
But before we start, because I know some of you guys don't like the sound of this woman's voice, Alara voice incoming.
The Alara voice.
Alara voice jump scare.
Please don't tune out, chat.
Alright, so we'll do it in 3, 2, 1.
Which is probably why y'all niggas are really trying hard to push this agenda of pedophilia onto us, because y'all niggas like lolly porn and you probably see yourselves in these cornballs and you're jealous they got to do it and you didn't, but I digress. Any ties to anyone that got called out that day were cut that day. 10-year-long friendships type shit.
I feel bad because I agree with
you
everything you just said. But you know the L word supporters are fucking having a heyday with that statement.
Hey, Chad, what word
You know
is she
what I
talking
mean?
about?
Like they're like, the fantasy is not the real thing. Well, here comes the argument. You know, you have to be so careful with inserting the L word. The L word. How can I say that? You have to be so careful with inserting the L word into any conversation, because everybody will have a fucking heyday with that.
Smoked, cause shit came out. And it was what it was, and it is what it is.
What is she talking about,
Protect the baby.
chat?
That's something that I always.
What is she refusing to say, chat?
It's a scary word. It's a scary word. She can't say it.
She can't say it. What is it, chat?
I know. What does she have against lesbians? Oh my god.
Like, chat,
But yeah,
what
it's
the
wild
fuck?
that she can hear that statement of like, "You're just jealous. You didn't get to fuck kids," and she's like, "Oh, I agree with that totally." And you know that the L word people are gonna be upset about you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No, yeah, I think a lot of my friends that like Lolly would be upset if you called them a pedophile when they're not.
Yeah, chat. Like, because they include a lot of words. But if you actually simplify it to what she's saying, she goes, all of these lolicon people are gonna be mad they got called a pedophile. Yeah? Would you not be mad? Is that like a normal word for you? You're like, oh, I don't care if somebody calls me that, it's whatever.
Like, Alara, would you be mad if I called you that? Like, obviously I don't think you are, but wouldn't you get mad if I called you that? Like, am I not
And again,
supposed
chat,
to be?
I freely admit I included this because I'm a little spiteful. I don't like Alara, and I think she came off like an absolute idiot when she said
Like,
this.
it's like, excuse me? Like, you're
I'm
really...
not the only one. A lot of people seem to think she was really dumb for saying this.
No, not... Yeah, and I said as much, and you said as much, you know, on the account where we were just like, look at this, Alara is admitting it right here. She does not like Lolly. She is anti-Lolicon. This is the best you're gonna get for her saying, yeah, I'm anti-Lolicon.
She tried to backtrack this, by the way.
Yeah, she did in her comments. She's like, oh, no, people are misinterpreting what... No, there's nothing to misinterpret it. You said, I agree with him. I agree with what he said about Lolicon. And what did he call Lolicons? Pedophiles. What does that mean? She thinks they are pedophiles.
Yeah, no, I didn't include the tweet in it because it came after I had actually made this PowerPoint. But she makes a tweet that says something like, they just misunderstood what I said. I was talking about specifically actual pedophiles.
No,
It's
you
like,
were not.
no. Because the whole point was the comparison between two different people. So how could you say, oh, I was actually only talking about one of the sides? Like, you clearly were not. And people aren't that dumb.
No, I'm definitely not that dumb. I can see exactly for what it is.
I was really surprised this was the first time a lot of people found out Alara is an anti.
Oh, yeah.
Because she said it before several times, but...
Yeah, she chased a Lolly VTuber off of Twitter with how horrible she was. And this is the first time?
Scoot over to that next one. Because this is just more from his girlfriend thing.
I want to there we go.
So we have the main tweet from the girlfriend, and we have this guy, I'm just going to say Sugoi, because it's close enough. He made this really vague tweet the same day Shizzy's video came out that said the same MF mocking VTubers is the same guy that was roasting my voice and called me a cancer patient for it. Also threatened my life over art I got with a friend of mine. Crazy. Pot calling the kettle back. We figured out with her tweet thread 2 days later that this is the guy Shizzy was or that this guy is talking about Shizzy, because this is the guy that Shizzy threatened over getting artwork with his girlfriend. In her thread, it goes well beyond threatening. She includes a ton of screenshots and stuff, but it's pretty shitty. And you probably noticed this tweet from Shizzy I took from Discord because he deleted this.
You hurt.
Originally, when his girlfriend dropped the big thread, he posted, see, I was gonna leave Shorty alone, but now I gotta address my ex since she's latching onto this as a means of grabbing social media points. I ain't even want to do this. Toxic relationships and shit. Streaming when I get home. Let's talk about everything. He never streamed that night, chat. And he eventually just deleted this tweet and then made the post about me and my girlfriend made up. Everything's all good. You guys can move along. Because his girlfriend's thread blew up, and everyone just dipped on him immediately.
Immediately, he
All
lost
of the big
his
VTuber
supporters.
support he had was like immediately like, "Oh, you're kind of abusing your girlfriend in those messages." It's weird seeing Shorty because everyone I know spells it shoddy. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen anyone say Shorty. It's wild to me. My entire friend group was mixed race, and the ones of them that said shoddy never spelled it shorty. It annoys me, like on a personal level, because it feels like fake gangster, but I could be wrong. But it feels like it. Iron Mouse and someone else unfollowed him. Iron Mouse was following him?
Yeah, it's based off the...
That shit annoys me.
I heard that she unfollowed him after this, but I'm not 100% sure.
No, that's what Azahara said.
Okay, I was about to say I don't follow her, so I don't know shit.
Listen, all the corpos.
Benefit of the doubt is autocorrect struck. No, he says shorty in all of his tweets. He is specifically saying shorty. Anyways, I move on to the next one.
Yep.
This is him responding to his girlfriend. This is what actually happened instead of the stream. So he's got this big document addressing what needs to be addressed. If we want to, we can go through that. I don't really want to because he doesn't really respond to anything, and we're kind of going a little over already, I think. But we can if you guys want to. And I think it's only like 2 pages anyways, but it's a ton of writing.
Do you have a link?
If you click on the picture, it's actually a link. I figured out how to do that. I'm smart. I'm a smart boy.
Look at that. Mizu's very smart.
I said, Shorty and I had a conversation where we were able to end things positively. Sometimes toxic relationships spill over into other things, and shit gets really messy. We heard each other, and we resolved our issues. We've both apologized and are staying out of each other's lives. Monetary business handled properly, credit will be given where applicable, and a properly worded agreement has been reached. Don't attack her, dead that. The most tragic part about this whole shit is the fact y'all defense for me not being lumped with these nasty Smash Bros players was this nigga garbage at that game. Do not fuck with y'all at all, B. Lamau. First off, that was your argument. That wasn't our argument. You're the one that kept saying I wasn't a pro Smash Bros player, so I don't know why he's saying everybody else came up with that. And then he says, on some G shit though, although I'm not in favor of publicizing private conversations for Twitter, Shorty posting my half of the toxicity from our strained relationship forced me to face the fact that my temper makes me the devil and I gotta get that shit in check because I bugged out on her. Shit was yucky poo-poo and very unbecoming of me. Ladies, I owe you a genuine apology for my mouth, but dealing with my ex, I apologize. Also, I do have the pass, chat. I'm allowed to say it when quoting things. Bite me. Yucky poo poo is certainly something an adult to have in one's vernacular.
Yucky poo poo.
If he's, dude, just say it was a toxic relationship. Yucky poo poo made like, I don't know.
Oh. Found mommy's.
But yeah, this is how he talks, chat.
Yucky poo poo.
And this is him, I think, realizing that he got his ass beat and there was no coming back from it.
Professional streamer, by the way.
Yeah, he
Rapper.
definitely thought he could take on his ex and come out looking on top. I don't think any of this is genuine. I think this is him finally realizing, oh fuck, I'm gonna get buried. Because he saw everyone dip from him. Do you two want to look at his doc?
Not really.
Not
I don't
really.
care.
I mean, like, I skimmed some of it.
Yeah, a lot of it's kind of useless shit. Like, he brings up everything we've already talked about, like, in his... So chat doesn't think we're giving you, or denying you guys important information. He basically covers all the stuff he's brought up in his videos before, with maybe a little extra. Like, one of the things is, that we brought up earlier, was that he says he couldn't have gone to Mexico because he was dating his girlfriend at the time. And his girlfriend can vouch for him. So that's kind of extra stuff we lumped into the stream as we went along, so you guys would have that context. With everything else, there's really nothing. Like, even in this document, he still says, I'm not apologizing for what I said about your favorite VTubers. They're still racist. Like, What are you doing, dude?
And he did, in the document, he did show that he paid her. And he is going to pay her more, so...
Oh, he paid her everything now.
Yeah.
She's shown that he has paid the full $6,300.
The fact that he had that on hand, though,
The
says
source for his
something.
model is racist? How's...
I wouldn't know on that. I didn't look
wouldn't
into
know.
where his model came from.
Chat, you can educate us if we're wrong, but I have no idea.
Now, do I have another slide after this?
I think that's it.
No, you don't.
Nope, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my my slideshow chat.
You
Worked
spent a
hard
lot of time on that.
Here's a very nice slideshow.
Some of you probably noticed that these tweets are a little darker colored than my normal tweet pictures I take. I had to find like all of these through like way back and other places because there's just so much stuff. He's just constantly deleting and re-uploading, and it was a pain in the ass to get everything.
And Twitter dark is way better than Twitter light, in my personal opinion, anyway.
Well, if you do Twitter dark on your phone, it's more like a blue color, a bluish gray, and that's normally how I take my pictures because it's easier on my phone. But he's just deleting so much stuff. I had to way back on my computer.
Baby bye.
Also, I have to agree with Lumi. The fact that he was able to pay $6,300 all at once tells you that he's had the money sitting around. He just refused to pay her.
I wish I had that much just sitting around.
I know, right?
Maybe one day.
Also, it has been over a year because he shows his side of the invoice where he pays her. It says invoice issued November 24th, 2023, due December 24th, 2024.
Yeah, so he had all year to pay it, and he's just like, I'll just
He
pay
refused.
it all at once.
He ghosted her for revenge, probably. Like, as far as I knew, she was still willing to accept installments. She just refused.
Yeah, there's not really much more to cover. This is... I don't know, what more could I say other than just, this is how you introduce yourself to a wider swath of people. Nobody is going to respect you.
Here's my
Absolutely
takeaway
nobody.
from this chat. There is a somewhat racism problem in VTubing, where anytime a black VTuber gets any level of popularity, everybody just swarms around them to prop them up, even if they're a shitty person. Because this guy got so much clout and attention from this. Like, we already mentioned in chat, he got followed by Iron Mouse off of this. And if you actually watch the first 10 seconds of his video, he was doxing VTubers. All that tells me is that they didn't watch the video, and that all they saw was new black VTuber calls out VTubing for being racist, and they decided to prop it up.
Oh, and also I was looking at both of his YouTube channels and stuff, and he had his original model in like 2020, but he didn't use it often, and I guess now it was just like a re-debut. He's going to actually go into VTubing more. I was looking at his shit while you guys were yapping.
Yeah. I'll also get annoyed whenever people say that, like, black VTubers are just not welcome in the community, when to this day, Sana is still one of the most popular VTubers ever, even though she hasn't even been around for years.
What happened to her? I know she had to leave.
She was sick.
She was sick? That's sad. And she's black.
I could be wrong, but she was physically unable to continue streaming.
All popular and agency VTubers are just chronically ill. That's how they choose their applicants. It's like, okay, this one's more chronically ill, we're going with this one.
Sana wasn't black? I have no idea.
Sana's model is black, and you guys can shove it if you say it's not. Her model was black.
I mean, if she was Gyaru, I would agree with that, but I have not seen any of her content.
She's brown.
That's black! Do you guys not know what we mean when we say black people? They don't mean like dark black. They mean like a brownish color.
There was
That's why so many
Demon
people
Dog
think
VTuber
Akko is
that's
black.
a black woman
Yeah.
that's a good known VTuber. Are you talking about Koinu?
She had
Which
a
I love
darkish
Koinu, she's
skin
great.
model. So is she like me? Are you saying she was a Gyaru? I need to understand this, chat. Because I was under the impression that she was.
It's not because her Chinese contracts with Gotcha Games would be affected from being in Hololive.
What? She's chocolate.
She's Gyaro like Aka. Oh, she's chocolate. Guess I'm black then since I'm brown.
Yes. Look, we're calling Sana a POC because, by all definition, according to POC VTubers, she would have been.
If you want to go by those standards, yeah.
You guys are naming VTubers that I don't know who the heck they are. I've never heard of them because I don't care about other VTubers. I care about my friends who are Chubas.
Mm.
She's a light roast.
Oh man, that's bad.
She's Aussie.
No, you're fine, Ace. And again, like the biggest not controversy, the biggest criticism you can give me is that I didn't make sure that my model had enough tan lines in it. That was my fault, and when I get fixes to it, which I'm already working on, we're gonna make sure that the tan lines are more visible. But
get a bikini outfit and just make sure the tan lines are really pronounced.
I get when that does happen, we gotta decide how much of a tan line are we doing. Are we just doing a one-piece tan? Are we doing a bikini tan, chat? This is something you gotta help me decide here.
Sana is a big artist for Chinese gotcha games. Oh,
That's fair. I didn't know that.
Charlotte Bear. Oh yeah, I see people, well, specific people in TVA shilling her in the Discord.
Yes, it is supposed to have tan lines. And again, the biggest criticism you can give me is that I didn't do good enough in making sure that people knew that. Because unironically, chat, my favorite Gyaru doesn't have tan lines. Because while they are nice, I just like tan. And I didn't really care. And I thought, alright, this is how stupid I am, chat, alright? People like to make fun of how stupid I am, this is how stupid I am. I thought that when I wrote Gyaru, alright, people would understand that that means that she is tanned. Or at the very least, if they didn't know what that meant, they could look it up and say, oh, okay, that means gal, or whore, basically. Not necessarily, but like, they go against the grain, alright?
You assume people read Twitter bios, they mostly just look for flags and then they leave.
And that's something that bothers me a lot, because like back when, before we had our big controversy, I had a lot of what I guess you consider quote unquote POC VTubers that followed me, and I had to look back and say, did they only follow me because they assumed a skin color? That's
yes, they did.
That's sad.
Hi, Necro.
That's really sad. And again, I understand that when it comes to VTubing, there is definitely bad individuals out there. I agree. I've seen them. I can 100% agree that there are people out there that shouldn't be given the platform that they do. But like assuming somebody's skin color or assuming that somebody is something because of how their model looks, like that's just racist, man. All right? I'm Italian. I've got a farmer's tan. I go out. I work hard. But like, dude, how about you read for a moment? All right? Because and people can look this up, I have never, ever once said, I am black. Alright? Never. Ever, ever, ever. I have always maintained tanned Gyaru. It's in my profile right now. If you go to my Twitter, it's in my profile. Tanned Gyaru. And I just wish people would read.
Speaking of tan lines and tans, after popular demand of people wanting this alt outfit for Lumi sooner, I did add to my throne Lumi's alt outfit for country tomboy with tan lines throne for people to fund if they want it sooner than the goth tomboy.
Would you like to do a farmer's tan?
Yeah, gonna be a farmer's tan.
Nice. That's why we should gatekeep YouTubing. I agree. Sorry,
I have some outfit ideas picked out. I am going to be going to my reference artist once that is funded, because after putting together the price of the reference, the art, and the rigging, I was able to even it out to about $600.
Take care of your other stuff first, but I'd definitely love to see that. I don't know.
Also, before we dip out for the night, I wanted to say, Jenny, if you're seeing this, I pray for your Twitter account because I know you're getting banned soon.
Oh, Jenny. Oh yeah, I seen her post.
Jenny has decided to interact with Black Twitter. I'm telling you, Jenny, you're getting banned. I apologize.
Also, she decided to cross over with Melanie Mac as well.
Good luck,
which
Jenny.
is great.
I love her.
You don't talk to Black Twitter, Jenny, because they mass report, and they tell all their friends to mass report, and they go on Discord and they tell those friends to mass report.
What did she do? She commented on this Black Samurai thing.
Hold on, I can read exactly what Jenny said.
Is that safe for stream? I mean, like, we've already said a lot of stuff, but is it safe for stream?
That'll be fine.
Is okay, as long as it's not worse than what we've said.
Let me look for it. Jenny, please stop posting so much. Jenny, where'd your post go? Hold on, did it get nuked? Where'd it go?
Really quickly, while Lumi's looking, we did want to thank everybody for coming out.
Oh, here it is.
We appreciate everybody. And again, I feel like it demands saying that, like, I don't care what skin color you are. I have friends of all shades under the sun. One of my best friends is a purple frog. Like, I don't care who you are. Just be a good person. Just, like, be chill and work and be together with other people. Understand the culture. Understand what you're getting into. If you're going to be part of a hobby, make sure that you represent it right. And if there's an issue, don't bring it up like this. Because I'm willing to have a good conversation with people about actual racism. Because I believe that should be rooted out. But not like this. Not like in the way that you alienate and create more racist people. Because I don't want that. Anyway, you were going to read the thing.
Yes. So, Jenny said, I've made the mistake of interacting with Black Twitter, and now I might be unironically racist. I never had this much exposure to pure, unadulterated ignorance in my life, and I work in fucking retail. I worked retail in a fucking tourist mall, and I had to talk to Argentinians.
Yeah.
Imagine being Argentinian.
Good luck. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. It's just really unfortunate. Because, like, I know that there will be people that will be affected by this that don't deserve to be affected by this. That are both black and white, and they don't deserve this. Black, white, and Asian. Nobody deserves that. And all I've seen come from this, honestly, I've seen a lot of Asian racism. I've seen a lot of xenophobia. And that makes me really sad. Makes me really, really sad. Because it makes you no better than the people that you're trying to fight against. And I don't know how you solve that. I don't know. What do you two have to think?
I think we've been going for almost 3 hours and I'm tired.
We have.
I mean, we covered everything.
Here. What? Chat, we are not going to intentionally try and stretch out the length of the stream by doing low effort bullshit content like Alara. So why have none of you told me this? I actually sat down today because I was going to think about maybe getting more clips for this from Alara just so I could be more spiteful, because fuck that bitch. And I actually watched her VTuber news show. She covers this Shizzy issue for 30 minutes and then spends 2.5 hours watching YouTube react videos.
I didn't know that.
And just reacting to YouTube content. So I was like, okay, maybe this was just a special thing for this most recent one. The one before that, I checked it. She covers the Shizzy topic because it was still going on then for an hour, and then spends 2 hours watching YouTube reaction videos to hit a 3-hour time slot. So I go to the one before that. She covers the content for like 40 minutes, and then another 2.5 hours of watching YouTube videos, just random ass YouTube videos. Why is this her VTuber news show? It's literally called VTuber News. She covers VTuber News for like the very start of the show and then spends 2 hours watching YouTube videos. I'm
if you're gonna blame anyone for not telling you that she only does react content, blame our rat for not telling us because he's the one that actually sits through these things.
Yeah, I think the thing that like caught us off, because here's the thing.
No, Chad, I said that wrong. She wasn't reacting to reaction videos. She was just watching like random ass YouTube content. And it's not even stuff related to VTubers. It's stuff like thief gets owned in Walmart kind of shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, she's pulling up fucking
she's Hassan, Ludwig,
Hassan.
fucking all XQC. She is no better than they are. And I think the reason why we didn't know, because here's the thing, the only reason why she is on our radar is because of like how she lied and misappropriated when drama happened with us. And so when we saw that, we were like, okay, this is everything that's going on with her. This is her shtick. She talks about drama and news. No.
And admittedly, in that video, she actually does spend the full 3 hours talking about VTuber news. So I just assumed that in her normal videos, she spends the full 3 hours talking about VTuber news.
Yeah, we were dumb to assume that because that's not what she does.
Yeah, she has a show called VTuber News. She spends 30 minutes talking about VTuber news, specifically normally one issue, and then 2 hours watching YouTube videos. What the fuck? I'm so confused.
Is very, very, very confusing.
And none of you ever told me. Some people that send me clips of Alara, nobody ever mentioned that most of her stream is just YouTube reaction content. Are the YouTube videos at least VTuber content? No! They're just YouTube videos. Like random garbage. Sometimes it's political stuff. Sometimes it's, like, so-and-so gets owned compilation stuff. Sometimes it's like a popular police arrest that was shared on Twitter that week. It's... in all of it I saw, because I just skimmed through it, I never once saw her cover, like, a VTuber YouTube video. It was always just random real-life stuff.
Yeah, like, chat, and me and Mizu talked about this a lot. We hate reaction streamers. Like, there's a difference between somebody who will, like Destiny, who I don't really like all that much, but who will sit and debate and do politics, may react to some stuff, but his main shtick is debates and shit. Or like Moist Critical. I know Moist Critical reacts to stuff, but there's a lot more injection that he does than just sits there and watches shit mindlessly. Again, like an XQC or a Hassan. I hate the kind of people where all they do is just sit and watch videos and like, oh, that's cool, man, look at that. And that's all she does. That's all she is. Alara is a react streamer. And I'm sitting here thinking, how the fuck did she get as big as she did if that's all she does?
I don't know, but her fucking voice changer is grating to the ears.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I won't be mean because, you know, chat.
I will. Fuck her voice changer.
Oh,
Get
I
a
will
better
too.
one.
She sounds like a 40-year-old smoker that's been smoking right out of the womb.
Okay, I will be
Alara,
mean.
you sound trans.
Alara...
Somebody has to say it. Because so many people have brought it up to us before, asking if, or hearing Alara clips and asking if Alara is actually trans, and it's just like in her thing somewhere and nobody says it. Everybody thinks you sound trans.
Yeah, Laura, and if you are using a voice changer, which I think you are, spend another couple $100 to get it off your PC. That shit eats up your CPU. Alright?
Don't give her tips!
And actually,
God.
I'm serious. Listen, it needs to be more bearable when I listen to your reaction, dunking on us, lying, and chopping things out of context, alright? Please actually learn how to use a piece of software. Because holy shit, I spent months getting mine to where it is now. Yours sounds like shit. And you're way more popular than me. There's something wrong there.
It gives me a headache.
Here's the thing, chat. I don't know if she is. She's never said that she is. I don't care either way. Alright? I personally think that if you wanna...
Yeah, it's not an accusation. I'm not saying I care if she is or not. I'm just saying that's what you sound like. Multiple people have asked me if you were. I don't know if you are, but everybody thinks you are anyways, so...
Yeah. And I will say, it doesn't matter. Because I use one. I mean, people ask all the time, do I use one? Yes, I use one. I don't care. But make it work, alright? Because I'll be honest with you, I can't sit through one of your streams. And the only reason I can assume why people are there is because of the boobs. And if that's the only reason why they're there, I'm sorry. That's sad. It's my voice under the ocean. Sure. That's what you want to say.
I won't say that out loud, Rain, but that is funny. They just DM'd me on Twitch. I can see where you're coming from. I personally don't think so. Due to personal family experiences.
Oh gosh.
But it's funny, and I'm willing to agree with you just because it's funny.
Roast stream? No, it's not even a like what's funny is like when I tweeted about Alara being an auntie, someone's like, "Oh, you're just spiteful." Maybe a little bit.
Yes.
Maybe a little. Yeah, I am a little spiteful that you lied about a story that Mizu told from his past. I'm a little spiteful that you lied to people about your coverage in the story. I don't think that you are a journalist. I think you're a shitty person that doesn't know how to tell the truth. And that's going to come back to bite you. All right?
Chat, you have to understand, there are no bones about the fact that we are mean girls. I've never said I'm not.
Yeah. Have you heard me? Mizu
Yeah,
has to,
we
Mizu
have
and
no
Lumi ring
problem
me
being
in.
mean girls.
I can be way more
And
autistic.
it will never not be funny to me that in her stream about us, she said that she hopes karma comes for us. A day later, her hard drive blows up. 2 weeks later, she gets banned from Twitch for a few days for sexualization or whatever. And now she's getting absolutely reamed over this Shizzy issue.
Alara versus Akko boxing match.
That's what happens
You know
when
what?
you wish karma on people, Alara. It comes back to bite you in the ass.
You know
Karma
what?
doesn't like being told what to do.
I'll say this. I will box her for charity. I would get fit. I'd get in shape. I'd box for charity, but it would not be creator class, because fuck that.
Alright, calm down, Kenji.
Listen.
Oh yeah, speaking of Kenji, just to loop back on the main topic, he didn't say a word of defense towards his friend, because Shizzy was on his stream after he was talking about being doxxed and all that, and Shizzy was like on stream with him, like egging him on, gassing him up and all that shit, and then like was with him while he was calling Sayu a pedophile and all that. And yeah, but no, Kenji has been MIA off of Twitter ever since this shit started, or at least the past like 4 days.
I'll be honest, he's the smartest one.
He's been live streaming and just completely ignoring the entire fucking situation.
I would say that he is the smartest one. And I don't think he is very smart for what he did, but he is the smartest one. Akko is the autistic sibling Mizu brings. I mean, I'm fine with being told. Mizu brings me along for two very big reasons, though.
If you ask anybody, I'm corrupting LuminousCove.
I want to put that to bed, by the way. Mizu does not corrupt me. I have the way that I talk. See, like people say that, and I'm like, no. Mizu is somebody I can be comfortable around because I know he is, one, willing to listen, and two, willing to call me out on things when I am wrong. And I am grateful for that. It's very hard to find people online that I can confide in and be like that. Very hard.
Yeah.
It used to only just be like one or two of my select friends. Now I have some Vtubers that I don't directly know that I can confide in and you know, be personable with. And I like that. I like having friends like that.
On some level, I wish I could show you like some of our conversations we have, because 90% of the time it's these two saying some like insane shit about somebody and me coming in like, oh, don't do that. You should be nicer to people.
I'm worse than both of these two, and then to the outer public.
And then
they're
Mizu
like,
gets
oh my
banned.
god, Lumi is so nice. She is the nicest one out of this entire shit podcast, and it's like.
And then Mizu is the one that gets banned. Mizu gets banned, and I'm unhinged. Like, bro, that's unfair. Like,
yes, Mizu also has a nice butt.
I need to get back in shape so I can post those pictures again.
You make sure they don't raise the roof. Shut up, Ryan.
What does unhinged Lumi look like? You ever seen the movie Mean Girls? Combine that with like a little bit of Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's
Jesus Christ. Granted, I can't even say shit because I have other witnesses in TVA that could back you up.
Oh geez, remember Mizu's butt pics? I still have them on my phone. Although they probably wouldn't look as good now, because now I always wear boy shorts.
Oh, hello, Coco. How are you, ma'am?
Mizu booty mousepad. So we are in debates over the merch, by the way, chat.
Yes.
I have the ball cut coming soon.
Yeah, chat, what you have to understand, when it comes to merch, and this is something we talked about with Paco, just even with relations to art in general, sponsors are very hesitant when it comes to saucy content, I guess I'll say. So we have to be very pragmatic with what we choose. We've already chosen, we've already decided to dig a hole and work on with what we're working on. But
look, I'm gonna be lewd.
Like, we have to be smart. I guess if that makes sense.
I was kind of clear with like Akko and Lumi and the manager and everything. I can't be not lewd. I've kind of put myself down that river, and I'm gonna stick with it.
I mean, you're not gonna be like
I wish I
overt,
could...
but like
yeah. I wish I could be more forward with the gore stuff, but no, that make people uncomfortable.
We have a manager, yes. Yes, we have a manager, and he is okay with us being the way we are. He just says, don't do stupid illegal shit.
Will your model have the essential Shota shorts? I will have very tight shorts on my Shota model.
I was gonna have shorter shorts. Shota model. It's fucking great.
Yeah, what he's got so far is good.
Yeah, they've seen it, but it is being edited a little bit by the artist because I felt it was too close to my reference photo, which is not owned by me. So I asked them to see if they could maybe change some stuff up, and we'll see how it goes, chat. But so far it's looking good, and they've got some creative ideas with it.
Girl Lumi, yes, Girl Lumi. I have some Guro that I have on my alt account because, you know, people don't like to see gore on main because they're babies. But yeah.
Christian babies.
Dude, people need to stop being fucking babies when it comes to gore and Guro. God.
I mean, I understand why they just don't want kids to see it, but like, kids shouldn't be on the internet.
As somebody who is very sexually forward, I hope that all your content stays behind a block.
Just because they want wound fucking.
I hope all your content stays behind a block.
Fuck you.
As somebody who is literally very sexually liberated, I don't want to see it.
Hey, it's still a hole. You just had to make that one.
Oh, goodness.
And chat, before we lose all of you, that's where we're cutting the stream.
Yeah. Girl, that's disgusting. OMG, where?
Unless you two have anything else you wanted to add.
I have the closing song, but that's about it.
Okay. On my side, I am gonna raid somebody I watch every once in a while, so I hope you guys are nice for them.
Alright, chat.
That voice break. Hi, Murray. Where have you been?
Okay.
Lumi, you have legitimately scared me. Oh.
Just a little bye-bye. Just a little bye-bye.
But chat, if you're over on my side, I will be streaming probably the next 2 days. I am trying to get more into regular everyday streams. And I'll try and come out with like a real schedule so you guys have like a more consistent thing for me. But if not, you should join our Discord where we will post about it.
Yes, here, let me really quickly like and subscribe to the channel, chat, and also join the Discord. We want to build a community here. We are all great people here. All right, we all like to point and laugh at drama when we see it. But join the Discord; it's a great place. And again, like and subscribe to the channel. We're moving pretty steady up, and we appreciate everybody that's giving the support. So you guys are awesome. Other than that, if you guys got nothing else, I am just going to hit the closing song.
Yeah, chat, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you want to get notifications.
It's like the bell icon isn't too bad right now until we start actually uploading actual videos.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway. You guys have a good
Night
night.
chat. We love you guys.